Garnett Powell here in the Ford Center in Frisco, Texas. If you're not here, nasty night, great place to be to get out of the weather and watch a good football game against the Colony Cougars, your Colony Cougars, and the Reedy Lions tonight here in Frisco, Texas. Reedy, Garnett, last week put, 40-something points up on Plano?
Yeah, they played Plano West last week, put 46 points up. So Colony does have their work cut out, put up about 500 yards of offense. And defense didn't give up much. So it is going to be one of those nights again where we may see if the Colony's offense stays cooking like they did last week, the last person with the ball will probably win this ball game.
Well, it's going to turn into, it looks like another track meet. Hopefully the Colony Cougars come out as charged up as they were last week against North Crowley, because they were pumped when they hit the field.
Oh, what a surprise. Like we talked about in the pregame last week. Colony, usually starts out a little slow and it takes them a while to get going, but they came out with the foot on the pedal and they never let up.
Well, and it was exciting too, because at one point in the game, the second half, 5 plays, 5 scores on either side of the ball, and it was a bona fide track.
You can't get any better than that.
I'm talking
when
about.
Every time you touch the ball, there's a touchdown about to happen.
Now we might not have been as excited if we were on the other side of the ball getting beat, but hey. It ended up working out for us last week, and the Cougars hung in there and ended up finishing the thing, right?
Well, and it was a game of nutrition because it was hot. It was the first game of the season. We saw lots of cramping. But tonight we're inside, no elements, and temperature is, house temperature. So it should be a very good game tonight.
Yep, and, we're out of that nasty weather. We're high and dry here tonight, so that's a good sign, not having to battle the weather.
Yeah, you should be. If you're not here, you should be here at the Cowboy practice facility at the Star.
A beautiful facility here to have a football game, particularly a high school football game. There's a lot of colleges like to play in a facility this nice. So they're down on the field with the coin toss. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, we're about 7 minutes for kickoff, but it looks like the Cougars and Reedy are out at the middle of the field for the coin toss.
So Reedy's in silver pants with green jerseys, silver numbers. The Colony in their away jerseys, white with gold numbers, very difficult to see from the booth. Thank you, Colony Cougar coaching staff. And white pants as the Colony Cougars look like we've got an honorary coin toss young man down there. He's going to ask the Cougars to call the coin toss. And there we have it. Ref needs to turn his mic on so we can hear what he's saying. Looks like Reedy won the toss just from the pointing going on down on the field. It's hard to tell. So Reedy wins the toss, elects to defer to the second half, and the Colony Cougars, my guess is going to take the football.
Yep.
And so your Colony Cougars will be taking the football going north to south here in the Frisco Ford Center. Our captains tonight are number 17, number 33, number 22, and number 74. And the Colony Cougars will take the football here in the first half.
17, 8, 82, and 74.
And 74. And what's who's 82 that's out on?
It looks like Ryan Moore still nursing that ACL injury. Should be back in a couple of weeks.
So the Colony Cougars are ready to go. Number 23 is our hammer man tonight. That would be John Barber. That ain't right. Our hammer man tonight is
Cameron Pear.
Cameron Pear, who had a good game last week. Colony Cougars getting ready to clear the tunnel here in Frisco, Texas, as they get ready to go. We got the smoke going. Guys pumped up, ready to rip out on the field. And here they come. Your Colony Cougars enter the field, ready to take on the Reedy Lions here in Frisco, Texas. Second away game of the season, pre-district play against the Reedy Lions, who obviously are not in our district.
And that's strange. They're the outlier for Frisco right now. They've only been around for about 5 years, so they haven't gotten up to the level of the 5A yet. But nonetheless, we're still playing a Frisco school tonight. And then we'll be playing some more Frisco schools later through the year, as they are almost all the schools are in our district this year.
And the Reedy Lions now enter the field, much more sedate as they come out and get ready to. Looks like they're being led out by their seniors as the rest of the team gets ready to come out onto the field. And this could prove to be a really big ball game here. And here comes the Reedy Lions as they enter the football field. And for those of you who are not accustomed to Texas football, this is a big production. These teams coming out on the field, blow-ups in the end zones, teams coming out with smoke.
Yeah, they didn't have that back in the day.
Reedy had the smoke tonight, didn't they? They got four fire extinguishers down there putting that stuff out. That worked out pretty good, shooting that stuff up in the air. That was awesome. So here we go. Colony Cougars set to take the opening kickoff here in the first half in Frisco, Texas, the Ford Center. If you're not here, you still got time to get here. Not but about 15 minutes away from the Colony. Good night for football. You can't do anything else tonight at home. It's weather's too bad, so be a good time to get on over here and support your Colony Cougars. Not a lot of visitors over there in our stands, Garnett. I'm hoping some of them got lost and ended up on the home side of the football.
Yeah, maybe so. Everybody wants to come in. Look, maybe it'd be a late arriving crowd.
Of course, it doesn't really look like Reedy's got a big crowd here either. So.
Well, everybody's just getting off of work, too. You know, it's a Thursday night.
Up there. Garnett, keep talking. Let me see what we've got going on here for audio on the broadcast.
All right. As we get ready to, looks like we're getting ready for the national anthem here. So we're going to take a break here and take a moment of silence for the national anthem. All right, folks. Looks like we're about to get ready for some Thursday night football as the cheerleaders and majorettes clear the field. The officials gather at midfield, and now they're breaking out to respective spots. Frisco will be kicking off, going from our vantage point, going south to north, and the Colony will be getting the football going north to south. So as the teams take the field, looks like we have for the Cougars, Miles Price in the back, along with Christian Gonzalez, along with, as Frisco, looks like number 2 is getting ready for the kickoff for Frisco. And it is a pooch kick from Frisco that will immediately go out of bounds around the 12-yard line. So we'll see where the officials are going to, that's obviously a penalty thrown by the officials there. So we'll see where they will spot the ball. Looks like we're going to get the ball started at the 30 or 35-yard line with that penalty there. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 30-yard line following that penalty. So Cougars in all white tonight. Mikey Harrington at the helm. In the backfield, joined by Abdallah. Immediately under pressure, and just back to the line of scrimmage there by Mikey. Got some pressure from the outside by Reedy there, and was able to step up into the pocket and get the ball just back to the line of scrimmage. Cougars going no huddle, lining up. Abdallah's going to set to the left side of him this time. And a handoff there to Abdallah. Churking his legs. He's going to get about 4 yards, so it's going to make it about 3rd down and about 6 to go for 1st down. So about a 4-yard gain there. Cougars still going with the no huddle. They're just lining up at the line of scrimmage. Cougars are going to take a pause to get the play, exact play from the sideline. And Frisco is lined up from their defense. Mikey's barking out signals there, making some adjustments in the backfield. And the ball is snapped. Oh, and a big catch there by Miller, still running. Going to be down at the 40-yard line. Big pass there on the slant with the yards after the catch by Miller. Oh, looks like they pulled his helmet off, so he's going to have to come out the game for a play. Just don't like that rule, especially when they take his helmet off. But you understand. So coming in now is Christian Gonzalez. Cougars line up at the line of scrimmage. Abdallah in the backfield. Cougars will pause for the play from the sideline. We're going to go swing past Abdallah at the 40, at the 30, and out of bounds. And we have a penalty marker down by the line judge. I think we're going to get holding on the outside here. Ah, yes. Oh, they're set up nicely there with some good yards. So let's see what we're going to do here. Looks like Reedy is going to take that penalty. And they're going to, let's see how many yards we're going to get here. They're about to walk it off. Oh, 10-yard penalty. So Cougars will get the ball still 1st down on that. So now instead of 1st and 10, we're at 1st and 20. Ball is in the middle of the star at the 50-yard line. And the Cougars are lined up. They're gonna pause for the play. The play's coming in from the sideline. Abdallah moves to the right side.
All right, Garnett.
Oh, and just back to the line of scrimmage, there goes Abdallah. Oh, welcome back, Jeff.
Cougars are stacked up in the middle there on Abdallah, aren't they? So they get it just past the 50-yard line as the Colony Cougars now looking in dire straits at 2nd and 20 from the ball length past the 50. Cougars come out, Harrington out of the shotgun, Abdallah in the backfield, lone back to his left, 2 wide to the short side of the field, 1 to the wide side, slot back on the right side of the set. And
they got the play in now, so we'll see.
Play's coming. Snaps away. Harrington's got the football. He's 3-step drop. Fires to the outside. He's got a man on the edge and gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more. They're going to spot it at the Lion 39-yard line. Lion defense doing a good job against the Colony Cougars right now, but
yeah, that penalty hurts you when you get a setback like that. So hopefully they can make it up here. We're on 39 here. You hate to be behind the chain.
That was Miles Price. Kind of got contained out there after the catch. Harrington back in the shotgun. Same set as before. Slot back to the right. Abdallah to the left in the tailback position. 2 wide out to the top of the screen. 1 down at the bottom of your screen and the wide side from the right hash mark. Snaps away. Harrington with no drops. Fires it across number 88. He's got it caught. He's tortured at the 35-yard line as the Lions swarm on him. A gain of about 4 on the play, and the Colony Cougars will come out with 4th and 5 from the Lion 34-yard line. Actually, 4th and 4 from the Lion 34. As the Colony Cougars are going to go for it, it's going to be a big play here for the Colony Cougar offense as they try to reel one here on fairly aggressive yardage here.
Well, they're still trying to make up for that penalty.
I hear you. Harrington out of the shotgun. He's got Abdallah to his right. 3 wide out to the wide side of the field from the left hash mark. Snaps away. Rolls out to his right under pressure. Fires the ball short to the intended receiver, Miles Price. And the Colony Cougars will turn the ball over to the Lions on downs at their own 34-yard line as your Colony Cougars come up short on that first drive. Lions defense was all over the receivers. They paid attention to game film.
Yeah, they went man on the receivers, and the blocking on the outside where Mike was rolling to wasn't had a good rush over there on the right side. So we'll see what the Cougars defense can do now. If they can hold down and get the ball back for your Cougars offense.
Lions pull up to the line of scrimmage, snaps away out of the shotgun. It's handed off to tailback. He'll bring it right up the middle of the field, just like last week. The middle of the field's not being contained at all. Pick up a 9. It's going to be a big carry for. Oh, not quite. So they're going to mark it back at the Lion 42-yard line as the Colony Cougar defense is struggling up the middle of the field this year. Garnett. Lions come up to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun, tailback to his left, 2 wide to the left side of the field, slot back to the right. It'll be fired out to the wide side of the field in the flat. Caught on a dive, so the receiver will be down at the catch.
Actually, I think it was an incomplete pass there. He threw it into the ground.
So it'll be marked incomplete. Bring the ball back to the 42-yard line of the Lions as the Colony Cougars again out in the flat, man wide open.
Well, they swung that man out of the backfield. He was in the slot, and the receiver came up to make that block. That's why and nobody followed that back.
Lions will stack backs in the slot, tailback on the right side. It'll be a keeper for the quarterback as he brings it up, handily makes the first down, brings the ball out to the 45-yard line. They'll move the chains. That'll be a first down for the Lions. And Frisco on the move here as the Colony Cougar defense having a hard time figuring out what this offense is doing here, Garnett.
Yeah, they just loaded right and quarterback just tucked in right behind all his blockers, and Cougars were outmanned on that left-hand side of the defensive line.
Reedy's got some big boys on that line this year. Reedy comes up the line of scrimmage, slot back on the left side, tailback to the right, quarterback out of the shotgun, 2 wide to the left. As the snaps away, it'll be an option for the quarterback. It'll be a keeper right off the left tailback or left tackle hip, and he'll bring it up for a gain of about 4 up to the 50-yard line. It'll be spot right at the 50 or maybe a yard short. So at the 49-yard line of the Lions, as Reedy quarterback on the keeper picks up 3, it'll be second and 7 from that spot. Reedy out of the shotgun again, 2 wide to the left, none to the right, tailback to his right. He'll wait an option, waits and throws it downfield, receiver wide open. Nice play by number 5 of the Colony Cougars in the secondary as he brings that one down. That'll be Donovan Collis as he makes an excellent swat at the ball right in front of the receiver to knock it down, incomplete. And the Lions now will be back on their heels, 3rd and 7 to go from the 49-yard line as the Colony Cougar secondary comes up with a big play to knock that one down. That was 6 points had he not done that.
Yeah, he did, and he great read on the ball and a good breaking to knock that out of the receiver's hand.
Out of the shotgun, tailback goes in motion to the right. They'll fire it to the right side on the right hash mark. Receiver wide open, nobody even close. He'll take it down to the Reedy 14-yard line. Big play by the Reedy Lions as they caught the Colony Cougars totally sleeping in the middle of the field. Nobody there to guard the football.
Yeah, I think you had two defenders guarding the outside receiver, and nobody broke with the inside receiver there.
They're going to spot that at the 15 as the Reedy Lions now 1st and 10 from the Colony Cougar 15-yard line, knocking at the door inside the goal zone. As Reedy comes up to the ball, slot back to the right, tailback to the right, quarterback out of the shotgun. It'll be a handoff to tailback up the middle of the field. He'll break one tackle and brought down 5 yards later. It'd probably be spotted about the 10-yard line, is my guess, Garnett.
And that's why you see Reedy put up 49 points last week against Plano West.
Well, they're going to spot it at the 11 as Reedy now have 2nd down and what looks to be about 6. As Reedy right now looking unstoppable against this Cougar defense. They're going to have to bring their A game here, Garnett, or this could be a long ball game for the Cougars. Reedy setting up out of the shotgun again, tailback to his right, wide out to the 3 to the right, 1 to the left, and Reedy fakes the handoff and he gets the pass away to the inside receiver. Down to what looks to be the 4-yard line.
Yeah, but he got enough to get the 1st down. So Cougars will get 4 cracks here inside the 5-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line of the Colony Cougars, and Reedy looking pretty stout right now, Garnett. That front line's controlling the line of scrimmage. Defense not having a good night down there in the trench.
Yeah, when you give up 20 yards on the pass and catch.
Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, quarterback out of the shotgun. Got a tiny little tailback to the left and snaps away. Man in motion. It'll be handed off to that tiny tailback, and he's going to take, knocked down right at the goal line.
Fumble.
And it looks like they're going to call it on due to contact, so they're going to give Reedy the ball right at the goal line as the tailback drops it. They're saying on contact. Ball snapped. They're going to give it to the tailback again, and he'll run this thing in with no problem as he kind of bounces out of the intended hole and takes it out around the corner for 6 points as Reedy gets up on the board first here, draws first blood against the Colony Cougars here in Frisco, Texas at the Ford Center. Colony Cougars now trailing 6-0 behind the Reedy Lions as they set up for the PAT.
And that's why you probably saw why the Colony went for it on 4th down here.
And snaps away, ball set, and it is good as the place kicker for the Reedy Lions puts it right down the middle of the uprights, and Reedy now leads your Colony Cougars 7-0 with what looks to be 4:02 to play in the first quarter. Garnett, hey, this game cannot go any longer than last week's game. That 3.5 hour mess that we were in last week already going faster as we got 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Your Colony Cougars down 7-0. Reedy controlling the football on that drive, did an excellent job of keeping the Colony defense off balance and actually controlling the line of scrimmage against the Colony Cougar defense.
Yeah, and the Cougars have got to find a way. We talked about it last week. They got to find a way to control the middle of the field. I know the defense that they play, sometimes that middle, but they got to figure out how to adjust for that run up the middle, and you can't have blown coverages. You got to be able to say who's guarding, who's covering who.
Well, it really looks, the two weaknesses the Colony Cougar defense has this year, Garnett, is that flat route out there on the outside wing, right? You get that back out of the backfield into the flat, and up the middle of the field.
Officials timeout for equipment.
And so the Colony Cougars have got to figure that defensive debacle out, Garnett.
Yeah, they got to be able to. Like, again, you got to know your assignments. When the coaches call in a defense, they got to know who's covering who, or if they're in the zone, or if they're in man. And if they, I look at what Reedy is doing with the receivers, and they're doing a lot of switching. We call them pick plays. So they got to know who's staying, or who's going to go under, or who's going to go over that pick play.
So the Colony Cougars now line up for the kickoff as Reedy sets up. Colony Cougars will set three-man deep. My guess is it'll be Gonzalez, Price, and kickoff's away. It'll be caught by Price at the goal line, and here he comes. He'll bring it up to the 20-yard line. He's brought down about the 21 by a whole host of Lions, and they'll spot the football. It'll be 1st and 10. From the 11-yard line, as Colony Cougars now come to work on the offensive side of the football and see if they can move this thing, Garnett.
Well, they did a good job moving. They stumbled on that holding penalty where it looked like they had a first down, and they came back and they weren't able to recover. Hence them going for it on 4th down. So they proved they can move the ball, but now can they get it into the end zone? So
the Cougars come out of the shotgun, 2 wide on either side of the field. Tailback in the game will be Abdallah. And Harrington now setting Abdallah out to the left, out of the shotgun, calls a snap, and Harrington will make a quick drop back. It's batted down by a big lineman in the face of Harrington.
Oh, it looked like he talking noise, too.
And Harrington talking smack.
Oh, my goodness. Y'all ain't got nothing on us tonight. Oh, my goodness.
And Harrington talking smack back. Oh. Boy, that was ugly. He needs to keep that down because that boy's about 3 times his size. So Harrington will bring his team back up the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. And the Colony Cougars still stuttering just a bit. 2 wide outs either side of the ball from almost the right hash mark. Harrington takes a snap, looks to the right. He'll pass it out, caught at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to take who is that, man? Is that Miles Price? Miles Price out on the right side. He's going to probably lose it.
That should be enough for the first down.
So Miles will pick up maybe a first down. Let's see where they spot this thing. They're going to spot it at the 31-yard line. Yep, they're going to move the chain. So that's a Colony Cougar first down. Good job by the Colony Cougars as Cougars now on the move. And Harrington and the Colony Cougars are going to get rung up for a false start here.
Yeah, center didn't snap the ball.
So the Cougars now are,
and that's what you can't do tonight against Reedy. Again, they put up some points. You put up a lot of points. You scored 62 last week, but you didn't have a lot of mistakes. So you got to be able to play without having all those mistakes.
So the Colony Cougars now will come up and Harrington out of the shotgun, Abdallah to his left. He'll step back and drill one to the right. Oh, thrown out of bounds short of Price at the down marker for the first down, about the 41-yard line. Harrington just flat threw it behind him.
Yeah, I think he was looking for a back shoulder on that, and Price was going down the field there. And Reedy is changing up their defense. They were sending a corner blitz on that play. So he has to be able to look both ways because he may have Keith here if they can get that eye contact and get his man down here.
And Harrington under a lot of pressure. And Abdallah, he hits Abdallah on a little draw play, and Abdallah's clock's cleaned and lets go of the football, and a offensive lineman covers it up for the Cougars.
Wow, well, he had some running room as they were trying to suck in the Reedy defense. But, man, one of the defenders just came right off his block and was able to make that tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, Abdallah's run into the house with that ball.
Colony loses 7 on the play as they're now 3rd and 17 from their own 23-4 line. Snaps away. Harrington looks down the sideline. He got a man out there. That's caught, and he's off to the right.
And that's what I'm talking about.
And there you go. Colony Cougars put 6 on the board. Number 88. That would be our man Miller as he goes down the side. Harrington gets the thing up in the air, and Miller brings it down in stride, and defender, in an effort to block the football, goes down, and no one's around Miller to catch him. As the
Colony Cougars takes it to the house.
Colony Cougars score 6 here on a really big play down the left side of the field, and your Colony Cougars now on the board, trailing the Reedy Lions 7-6 as the PAT team comes out on the field, and kicker will try to even this one up here tonight. He was perfect last week. We'll see what he can do this week, Garnett. Snaps away, ball set, kick is up, and it's good. And your Colony Cougars now bring this thing even 7-all here with 2:13 to play in the first quarter. And
if they get the eye contact, they can have something big. And they obviously had the eye contact on that play right there. Because, I mean, what a catch. Just took it right out of the defender's hand, and there was no one else there to make that tackle as Frisco sends everybody on a blitz.
Well, just as predicted, they this thing's turned into a horse race again, as just like last week.
Right, and what you got to do is make some adjustments here in the game. You know you have that one-on-one matchup. You got to get your blocking down because Frisco is not giving Mikey much time to throw the ball, so he has to make his reads quick. And, man, he's got to keep fighting, keep grinding.
So your Colony Cougars now come out to for the kickoff, as Reedy sets up 2-man deep at about the 7-yard line for the return. And the Colony Cougars now, defense needs to come out on the field and do something here. Kicks away, it's up, and he kicks it fairly long, down to about the 12. It's caught clean as Reedy comes up the middle of the field. He's met, big hit at the 22-yard line as Reedy's ball carrier met big hit by, who was that? Looks like number maybe 28 and 25 tagged him at the 22-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 23. That was generous by the referees here at home in the Ford Center. And Reedy will take over 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line as the Colony Cougar defense comes on the field and gets ready to try to make a stand against what is proven to be a very well-oiled machine of the Frisco Reedy Lions.
Well, then let's see if we can attack this middle and or cover this middle.
The Lions come up to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun, snaps away, steps back, hands to the tailback. Again, wide open, big hole in the middle of the field. He picks up almost 10 yards. It's going to be spot really close to the first down, and they're going to back it up. So that's wow, these refs are not very consistent. So they take away 2 yards on the run. They're going to spot it at the 36-yard line as Reedy now 2nd and 2 from the spot. Colony Cougars, again, leave a big hole in the middle of the field, Garnett.
Well, they only have 2 linebackers. They're covering the outside. They need to put somebody in the gap back there and tighten it up. If they're not, then Reedy's going to be attacking it all night long.
Reedy comes to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts, back stacked on the left. It's handed off the tailback. He's got some blocking and picks up the first down barely. Picks up 3 on the carry down to the Reedy 39-yard line where they'll get the spot. It'll be 1st and 10 as Reedy picks up another first down. Colony Cougar defense did a little bit better job containing in the middle of the field that time, Garnett.
Yeah, as they slid to the middle, then Reedy tried to attack the outside, but they had good coverage on the outside there.
So Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, slot back on the left, tailback to the left. Out of the shotgun, quarterback will take the snap, wide out on either side of the field from the left hash mark. It's a fake to the tailback. He'll bring it down the middle of the field. He's caught at the 40. Scampering down to the 29-yard line of the Colony Cougars. That guy was wide open, Garnett, across the middle of the field.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little shove coming off the line of scrimmage there and got behind that linebacker that was covering as the Colony was sending everybody up a gap. and there was no safety help back there.
So they're going to spot that at the Colony 29. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions there. They're moving the football against this Colony Cougar defense. Not a good sign for tonight. Just adds to the track meet. Lions out of the shotgun. Quarterback will roll with his back to the defense, and he'll throw it out to the left side of the field where it is going to be caught.
Actually,
no, it was incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like it bounced into the ground.
So it's going to stay at the 29-yard line of the Colony Cougars. Colony coaching staff not happy about that defensive play. And Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage. They'll put 2 wideouts on the wide side of the field, 1 to the short side. They'll have a tailback to the right, or to the left, rather. Slot back to the left. Quarterback out of the shotgun on the left hash mark. And snaps away. Oh! Number 14 penetrates the line of scrimmage, sticks his head on the football.
Oh, my goodness.
Just as the ball is being handed off to the tailback, and it gets loose. Tailback falls on it.
Wow, that was that close.
Lions keep the football, and it'll be 3rd and 13. Big play by number 14 as he penetrates the line of scrimmage. Heck of a play by the defender on the Colony Cougar side of the football. Don't know who that masked man is. Looks like Wade Simmons. Heck of a play by Wade as he just jets in and puts his helmet right on the football.
And that's how you time the snap count. And, man, I almost had a chance to – Cougars were that close to getting that ball back.
And the Colony Cougars now timeout. Who called that timeout, Garnett?
Actually, it's the end of the quarter, so the teams are going to switch sides
switch
here.
into the field here. 12 start of the second quarter. Your Colony Cougars and the Reedy Lions tied in a knot at 7 here in the Ford Center in Frisco, Texas. So far, promised to be a good game. The Colony side of the field starting to fill up a little bit. Maybe people are delayed a bit getting over here because of the weather.
Yeah, you got the weather and traffic and all.
Yep.
And it's a work night, not your usual Friday night. So hopefully the fans will fill in here.
So the Colony Cougars now going to have to come to play defense, Garnett.
Oh yeah, and the problem here is, so Frisco is in that in between zone. You know, if you let them get enough yards, they may go for it on 4th down. But you want to hold your ground here. You don't want to give up any yards here, or what you want to do is get that tackle in the backfield, force them to have to punt the ball.
So the Lions are going to take over 1st and 10. The referees over there can't figure out how to work the chains. They're going to take over 1st and 10 from the Cougar 29, and off of a big play right at the end of the quarter. And the Colony Cougars defense, Garnett's going to have to seal up that outside. They're getting killed out there.
Well, it's the middle, and it's because of the defense we run, and that outside containment on the swing pass.
So Lions come up to the line of scrimmage, 2 wide out to the left, man in motion across the set to the wide side. Quarterback rolls to his right. He's got men open. He'll throw it downfield wide open at the goal line, and it's going to be no good as he goes out of bounds when he finally wrangles the ball into control. And so that ball will be
that was that close.
It will be incomplete, and that referee had to think about that one, Garnett.
Yeah, I'm trying to get something on the jumbotron myself because I couldn't tell from my vantage point, but it looked like he was still juggling the ball as he went out of bounds.
Well, I think that was the problem is our defender smart enough to push him out of bounds right at the flag, and he didn't have control of the football when he left the field. So Reedy will come back up to the line of scrimmage in a loss. That'll be
so somebody got to cover the.
It'll be 4th and 13 as Reedy gets the ball snapped away. Here it comes. It's a pass to the flat again. Wow, big catch on the edge of the field. Big hit by the defender of the Colony, and Reedy will get the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Cougar 12-yard line as Reedy makes a big play on the outside, and the coverage was not that great, Garnett. I got to say.
I'm looking at it. I see the defender, and I'm thinking
he was there. Didn't make a play on
the ball.
So Reedy gets a freebie out there on the edge, and it's like he was waiting for the big hit. I'm not sure.
But the receiver was behind him. You gotta go get the ball.
So Reedy comes up 3 wide to the left, out of the right hash mark from the shotgun, tailback to the left, snaps away. The quarterback rolled out to his left. It's a throw to the flat and big hit, knocking the receiver out of bounds at about the 5-yard line, as Reedy will now be about second and 3 from the 5-yard line.
And we got a flag on the plate as well. So
let's hoping that's a hold.
It needs to be something. I'll take a personal foul at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Lions, which is a godsend to the Colony Cougars. They're going to push that one back 10 yards. So the Cougars now, or the Reedy Lions, will get another shot at first down, but it'll be 1st and 20 from the Cougar 24-yard line, 22-yard line, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's see if this holding works.
Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, 3 wide to the left, 1 to the short side on the top of the field. Quarterback on the right hash mark, tailback to the outside of the set, and he'll go in motion to the outside as Reedy, quarterback draw up the middle of the field. He's got plenty of room to run, and he's brought down at about the 15-yard line. They'll spot it at the Cougar 14, so they're still about two yards short of the original line of scrimmage, so Reedy will have 2nd and 12 from the Colony 14. Again, on that draw, Garnett, that quarterback had all kinds of room to run up the middle of the field.
Well, on that particular instance, the Cougars were covering the outside, and no one spied on the quarterback.
So Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right, slot back in position, tailback to the left, quarterback in the shotgun. Snaps away. He'll roll out to his left end. It's a handoff to the tailback across the middle of the field. He's got room to run. He brings it out to the Colony 8-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and about what do you want to call it? 8 and about 6.
6 yards to go for the first down. Looks like we got
8 yards to go. 3rd and 8 looks like. 3rd and 7 looks like.
Yeah, it looks like we got an injured Reedy player down there.
3rd and 7. Colony Cougars will get some refreshment on the field as they assess the damage to a Reedy player, probably a twisted ankle or hopefully not a banged up knee. That's all. He's got knee braces on, so I'm thinking it's not a knee problem, which is always a good sign. But he's a big old boy, man. There's no two ways about that. He's probably wearing about a size 15 shoe down there. It takes 4 men to get him off the field to pick him up. That's one big boy right there. Yeah, I'm thinking it's an ankle, twisted an ankle, Garnett.
Yeah, it looks like
that boy's got more hardware on both knees. There's no way he messed up a knee unless he's got a hurt knee already.
No, he's huge.
He is a huge boy. Holy schmoly. That guy is, they've been feeding that boy a little bit. That's all I'm saying. So Reedy will come back up to the line of scrimmage here. 3rd and 7 from the Colony Cougar 9-yard line. Reedy knocking at the door here in the second quarter. 10:28 to play. Run off a minute and a half in the second quarter. Reedy comes up 3 men to the wide side of the field, out of the middle of the field, shotgun. Tailback to the left. Tailback will go straight left. Quarterback wondering where his receivers are.
In the middle of the field.
He's under pressure. He'll throw this one out of bounds and get the ball away. He'll get punished on the play, though, as he gets tackled at about the Cougar 22-yard line after he gets the ball thrown out of bounds and away. Reedy will come out. They'll probably bring their field goal unit out with the 4th and 9 from the, or 4th and 7 from the 9-yard line. And sure enough, they're gonna come out here and try to put 3 up on the Colony Cougars as they set up in the middle of the field for the field goal attempt. And they'll set this one up as the Colony Cougar defense needs to pay attention, because this would be a great opportunity for Reedy to fake the field goal and go in for 6. Snaps away, ball's down, kick is up, and it looks good. And Reedy puts 3 on the board as the Colony Cougars make let's call a combination of a defensive stand and a Reedy sputter to hold the Lions to 3 points here in the second quarter. And coming up, your Colony Cougars will be taking a kickoff, and let's see if they can't turn this thing around here, Garnett.
Well, yeah, they definitely did a good job there, holding them out of the end zone, making them kick a field goal there. Good job there by the Cougars defense, making a few adjustments, but they had a chance to get off the field on that fourth down play a little earlier, though, and kind of got caught, and they were able to pick that up. But let's see what the offense can do here. Now they had to kick a field goal, so let's see if we can come back and get a touchdown and go ahead.
So the Colony Cougars set up 3-man deep with, looks like Price in the middle of the field. Gonzalez to the near side. Kickoff is away. Caught at the 10-yard line. Brought it on the left side of the field. Brought up right in the middle. Oh! He's two men away from breaking this thing loose. Brought down at the 30-yard line. Colony Cougars take over 1st and 10 from the spot of the ball at about the 30-yard line. And, man, Garnett, he was just that close to breaking that thing for 6.
Man, he cleared the initial wave, and he was just a hair away from taking it to the house, and out of nowhere he comes off his block and makes a tackle. Oh, that was a good return, though, out to the 30-yard line.
That was an excellent return. So the Colony Cougars come up to the line. Harrington out of the shotgun, 2 wide right, 1 left, as Abdallah is on the field in the tailback spot. You got Price down at the bottom of the screen. Looks like bad snap. Oh my goodness.
That's not how you want to start the sequence of events.
Abdallah will cover the ball up. Oh my goodness. The Colony Cougars lose 13 yards on the snap, so it'll be 2nd and 23. 2nd and 24 from their own 16-yard line. Could not be worse for the Colony Cougars. They're going to have to come up with a big play here, Garnett. Harrington out of the shotgun. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Abdallah to his left. Slot back on the right. And Harrington will get ready to take the snap. Snaps away. He'll fake to Abdallah. Harrington under a lot of pressure, and he's going to get met with a host of defenders at about the 12-yard line. Brought down, so that he'll lose an additional 3 yards on the play. Colony Cougars digging even a deeper hole. It'll be 3rd and 20. Let's see, 3rd and 10, 27 yards. 3rd and 27 from their own 11-yard line as their own 13-yard line. As the Colony Cougars really are stuttering here, Garnett, having a difficult time moving this football.
Yeah, and that snap didn't help, and you're losing 15 yards off the snap. And and Reedy is putting on a big rush.
Snaps away, Harrington across the middle. It's caught, and that was Miller, right?
Yeah.
Across the middle of the field, Miller will take it down on the right hash mark to the 30. And the Colony Cougars will at least have some room to punt this ball.
Well, they got to, back to the original line of scrimmage. All that to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
So it'll be.
But Reedy is putting on a big rush there on the defensive side of the ball.
4th and 10 from their own 30 as Cougars bring out a punter, and we'll see what can happen here as number 12 on the punting duties will come out and. Colony Cougars set up a punter at about the 16-yard line. Reedy set up for the punt, snaps away. He'll punt this thing, and it's blocked by the Lions and recovered by Lions at about the Colony Cougar 5-yard line. Oh my gosh, he kicked it right into the Reedy defender.
Well, I was just getting ready to go there. You took the words right out of my mouth. So he did this rugby kick, but the Reedy defender was coming right where he was doing the rugby kick to. He's got to see that. He's got to go straight up the field with that instead of doing a rugby kick on there. And the Cougars offensive player didn't hold him up enough to allow him to do that rugby kick. So Reedy, with a golden opportunity here, will get the ball on the block punt at the 5-yard line.
So Reedy will come out now in the shotgun, their standard offensive set, wide out to the left. They'll be stacked to the left. Full wing tee backfield out of the shotgun. It'll be a quarterback keeper off the wing tee, and he'll take it down to the 1 yard line as Reedy now have second and goal from the 1. A little doubt that they're going to put this one in the end zone and go up on the Colony Cougars by yet another 6 points, as Reedy has a great opportunity here to score in the second quarter off of a debauched punt. And it'll be on a quarterback keeper again around the left side. He just walks this one in unabated by the Colony Cougar defense. Nobody even there to challenge him. And the Colony Cougars now are going to get rung up on a I can't keep my cool.
I can't believe I know. This is smack talk by Reedy. They're fired up. They're talking so much smack down there.
Well, we just lost a helmet. Why isn't that kid leaving the field?
Well, I think because of the Reedy player had him tackled on the ground and wouldn't let him get up. That's a personal foul on Reedy.
Referee's letting him know about it. And here comes the call. So Reedy's going to get dinged 15 on the kickoff, as they can't control their mouths either. So
as the coach comes by and gives him a high five instead of chewing him out, he says, way to go. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, my goodness.
Wow, so that tells a lot about the Reedy coaching staff here in Frisco, Texas. What was that, Garnett?
I don't know. I missed it. Did he say he's going to get ejected, or that's his first one before he gets ejected?
Ball's blown live, and the Lions are set up for the PAT. Snaps away, it's set, kick is up, and it looks good as the Reedy Lions will put 7 on the board against your Colony Cougars. They lead the Cougars now 17-7 here in the second quarter with 7:14 to play. Your Colony Cougars sputtering a bit here in the second quarter. Garnett, they're going to have to come to play against this Reedy Lion team.
Yeah, we talked about it at the top of the cast. Reedy can put up some points. I know you put up 62 last week against Crowley, but you can't slack off. You can't make mistakes either, and that's what the Cougars are doing tonight, what they didn't do last week. They're making those mental mistakes and those errors, and you can't do that against a team like this.
They had some mental errors last week that almost cost them a ball game as well. With what, 2 or 3 Price fumbles and a couple of other missteps.
And the Cougars have got to, and that was the first game. The Cougars have got to tighten up, and they got to make some adjustments here. This game's not over with by any means.
Yeah, but
and the Cougars have shown that they can score with the best of them.
They can definitely put points on the board, but they're going to have to come out here and get some fire in their drawers and control the line of scrimmage. The defense is getting trampled by what is an enormous line of the Reedy Lions.
Well, and them starting the ball at the 5-yard line didn't help either. So,
well, I agree, but I mean, part of that was of their own demise, right?
Right. So you can't snap the ball 15 yards backwards, and you got to be smart with the football.
So Reedy will be kicking this thing off from their own 25-yard line as the Cougars now deep man set at their 25, and Reedy gets ready for the kickoff. Miles will be in the middle of the field. Gonzalez to one side. Ball's away. Kick to the left side of the field. Holy cow, he beats this one deep. Miles will pick it up at the 5. He's going to try to figure out where to go. He's going to be stopped at about the 15. Miles only picks up 10 on the return. And the Colony Cougars take over 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line as Miles, instead of running the football, is trying to overthink the thing.
Well, for Reedy to be kicking the ball from where they were, they actually got what they wanted. They got the ball kicked halfway down the field, and the Cougars had to pick the ball up to run. They weren't expecting the ball to go that far. What a horrible set of events here by the Cougars team.
So the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Got a gift of a spot out of the shotgun. Man in motion. Harrington will pitch it off on the jet sweep, and he's off and running. brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be he'll pick up 3 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 20. As they're going to give him a spot at the 21, so it'll be 2nd and 6 from the Cougar 21 as the jet sweep gets the ball up the field a little bit. I hate the way they hand that thing off, though, Garnett, where they just kind of flip it up like it's a loose ball.
And I don't know if they do that. Is it a pass or how do they determine that?
That's definitely a forward lateral. So now Harrington out of the shotgun. He'll take it and hand it off to Abdallah, who gets a crack to run in. He'll bring it up. He'll pick up. Oh, Abdallah hit and loses the ball. That ball should be down on contact.
And he is down on contact.
And the referees get this one right. So the Colony Cougars will pick up a first down as Abdallah takes it down to their own 29-yard line. It'll be first down. And referees got that call right as your Colony Cougars pick up a first down.
Yeah, ball squirted out right after he got hit as he landed on the ground.
Well, that'll be a Colony Cougar first down. They'll move the football up to about from the 29-yard line. They'll take over first, continue to drive 1st and 10 from that spot. Out of the shotgun, Harrington with backs to the right. It'll be handed off to Abdallah again. He's clogged up in the middle of the field by a host of Lion front linemen, and he might have picked up 1 on that carry, Garnett, maybe 1.5. They're going to give him a spot to the 32, really? So they spot this ball to the 32. Wow, that was a generous spot. Abdallah picks up 2 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 32-yard line as the Colony Cougars come up the line of scrimmage. 2 wide out to the left, 1 to the right. Harrington out of the shotgun. They'll put the slot back out, wide out to the right, tailback to the left. Harrington steps back, two-step drop, and it's thrown out wide and incomplete as ball's thrown a little bit outside his grasp. I don't know, Garnett, that wasn't the best of passes.
No, that wasn't the best of passes that we've seen Mikey throw.
And
threw it a little wide.
Fluorescent green Perkins gloves out there, unmistakably Perkins out on the edge. So they'll come back out with 1 out, wide out to the right, 2 to the left. Harrington out of the shotgun. He'll drop under pressure. He's going to be sacked at the 29-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage as the Colony Cougars are going to have to bring a punt team out and punt this thing away with 4th and 10 from the original line of scrimmage, and Cougars being just dominated by a Lion defensive front line, and the Colony Cougar line just not able to hold them out of the backfield.
Yeah, they're getting that speed rush in or hitting the gaps, and Cougars are unable to do anything about the speed rush there.
They're going to line this one up and get ready for the punt. Snaps away. Punter goes up the middle of the field on a traditional punt. It's punted away. Let's hope it takes a Cougar bounce, and it does. It bounces down to about the 40-yard line of the Lions, and the Lions will take over from their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10 as the Colony Cougars get that punt away, doing away with the rugby-style punt right up the middle of the field. So the Cougars defense now will have their work cut out for them against what has so far tonight has been a dominating offensive line of the Reedy Lions, Garnett.
Yeah, Reedy is huge up front, and they got some speed on top of that, which has really prevented the Cougars from doing anything on offense or defense.
So Reedy now comes out in the shotgun, slot back to the left, tailback to the right, 2 wide out right, 1 left. Reedy will hand it off to tailback. He'll scamper around the right side, a lot of room to run. He'll bring it up to almost midfield, 49-yard line. My guess is the spot. They're going to spot it probably right at the 50, right on the Dallas Cowboys star in the middle of the field. Couldn't be any more middle of the field than that as the Colony Cougars now give up 9 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 50 as the Reedy Lions come up to the line of scrimmage. Big line had a huge push on that play. Out of the shotgun, they'll come up 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Slot back to the right, tailback to the right, out of the shotgun from the middle of the field. He'll send his tailback in motion out to the right side of the flat, and he'll roll out to wide. It's caught at the 45 of the Colony Cougars, scampers around for another almost 10 yards. Picks up 12 yards after the carry, so brings it down to the Colony Cougar 33.
Well, we got a penalty on the field. Looks like it was holding. So it's going to come back.
Like we're going to get a hold, so that'll cost them 10. So they'll bring Reedy back. They'll get another shot, crack it second down, but it'll be from their own 38-yard line or somewhere thereabouts.
Yeah, huge break there for the Cougars after Reedy was able to escape for a huge gain on that play.
They'll bring that back to the Reedy 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 40 as Reedy picks up the hold and gives the Colony a present. So Colony Cougars now defense needs to capitalize on this. Somehow they're going to have to penetrate that big front line of the Reedy Lions. Out of the shotgun, snaps away. It'll be handed to the tailback. On the reverse, here he comes around the left side.
Holding it off.
And another big hold on the corner. No call by the referee.
No call.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
He should have mugged that kid on the corner there as Reedy picks up a big reverse against the Colony Cougars down to the 50-yard line. It'll be just short of the first down as Reedy now gets 2nd and 1 again from the 50.
Wow, I don't know how they missed that call from the receiver there.
I don't either.
I mean, just had it, grabbed all jersey. I mean, and he's sitting right in front of the lineman. How do you miss that?
Lineman wasn't watching that. He was watching the ball carrier or something. I don't know.
Now, look at that hold. You can sit on a Jumbotron. Number 80, I mean, he has a full grasp of the jersey.
So Reedy with a gift from the referees. 3rd and 1 from the 50 as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Wide out to the left, short side of the field from the left hash mark. Wing T to the left. It'll be handed off to the tailback, and it's a quarterback keeper as he'll fake it to the tailback, and he'll pick up the first down easily.
Yeah, he must be the runner of the quarterbacks because they bring him in for short yardages.
So he'll gain of about 3 yards as he brings it up to the Colony Cougar 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Reedy Lions. As out of that wing T, they're pretty much unstoppable. He's got 3 huge blockers in front of him.
Yep, they just load it left or load it right, and he just falls in behind.
And Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, slot backs to the left. Quarterback out of the shotgun, left hash mark, 2 wide out to the right. It'll be handed off the tailback. He'll scamper around the right side, brought down at about the Cougar 46-yard line. And they're going to let the player spot that at the 45 and leave it there. Gift by the referees, and he'll pick up a carry of 2. 2nd and 8 from the 45-yard line of the Colony Cougars. Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage. Wideouts on either side, tailback and wing and slot back to the right. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, and it's handed off to tailback again. He'll go up the middle of the field on the Colony Cougar defense like he's done all night. Picks up about 3 on the carry, and that'll bring it down to the Colony Cougar 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 42 as your Colony Cougar defense is having a heck of a time handling this Reedy offensive line in the trench, Garnett. They're just massive and moving bodies around like they're nothing. Reedy comes up the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun, 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Tailback to the left of the quarterback. Maybe a little left of center of the field. Quarterback checking the sidelines for a play. Colony Cougar defense trying to figure out how to put a handle on this offensive set of the Reedy Lions. Quarterback will step back under a little bit of pressure. He'll roll out to his right, and he gets met by a host of Colony Cougars and brought down. And they're going to get there's a penalty in the backfield. Probably
they're going to be holding against Reedy.
Hopefully it's going to be a holding.
But it looks like we're going to get a couple. But I'm going to take the down right here.
I'm going to take the down and refuse the penalty.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hold against Reedy, but I think that the sack is going to be a better play here.
Yeah. And he fumbled the ball.
So because of the declining the penalty, Reedy will get the football back at their own. What is that going to bring? They're going to bring out their punt squad because that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to get it at the 39-yard line because of the sack fumble. And looked like the Cougars had a chance to get on that before it rolled out of bounds.
No, they're going to spot it at the 44.
Okay.
So they'll be punting it from their own 44-yard line. 4th and about 10 from that spot, or 4th and 20, I'm sorry. Reedy lines up in a traditional punt formation with 3 blockers in the middle of the field, punter behind them, set about 15 yards deep. Snaps away. Traditional punt, great punt down the middle of the field as he brings it down to the 20-yard line. Fair catch at the 22. And your Colony Cougars now will take over here with minute 24 to go in the half. 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line, trailing the Reedy Lions 17-7, and the Colony Cougars have their work cut out for them. They've got to move this thing about 78 yards.
And it's
in
doable.
a minute 24. Definitely doable.
It's doable. We've seen their offense. We know what they have. Now, the key is you got to block.
That's right. That's exactly what I was going to say. They have got to control the point of attack.
Yeah, that's what's been killing them tonight.
And tonight, in the trench, they have just been getting whipped.
Yeah. And this is not the Cougar team that you're used to seeing. They usually are pushing forward, but tonight they have not been able to do that.
So out of the shotgun, Harrington brings his team to the line of scrimmage. He'll step back in a little pressure. He throws a strike.
Oh, he
almost breaks the tackle, brings it down to the 42-yard line. Nope, 39-yard line. They're going to move the chains. It'll be a Colony first down. Miller, great catch across the middle of the field under pressure. Harrington delivers the strike out of the shotgun. 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Perkins was offsides. I don't think it got picked up by the referees. Harrington.
Run that one, Harrington.
Will run that one. He'll throw it. Cut across the middle of the field, and we got a man on the route. He'll get brought down at the 35 as the Colony Cougars are on the move. They got to keep this hurry-up offense and keep that defense guessing what in the world they're doing. Referee trying to spot the football as it rolls off the field. He'll bring it back, spot on the right hash mark. Harrington brings his team to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Miller at the top, Perkins at the bottom. Harrington out of the shotgun, roll to his left. He's looking to the wide out down the field. It'll be caught at the sideline as Miles Price will take it out of bounds at the 28, and that'll stop the clock. With 41 seconds to go, Colony Cougars moving the football well right now.
And they need to get in the end zone. Don't settle for a field goal.
Need to put this 6 points on the board. Perkins at the bottom of your screen. Miller at the top of your screen. Looks like, nope, that's Miles Price and Miller at the top of your screen.
Run you another cross.
Harrington throws it out to Price. Price hears footsteps, doesn't put a handle on it, and it's incomplete at the sideline as he tries to run with the thing before he's got it in his hands. We're going to have a false start on the Colony Cougars, unfortunately. They're going to move that back 5 yards, and they'll get a replay of second down. With 37 seconds to play here in the first half in the Ford Center in Frisco, Texas, your Colony Cougars trail the Reedy Lions 17-7 and on the move here.
But in that situation, would you take the penalty or would you just take the down?
They're going to reset the clock to 40 seconds. Not sure what that's about.
Yeah.
It's probably because they let it run after the.
See, they missed the ball. I'm thinking I would have taken it down.
So 2nd down and 8 from the Lion 34-yard line. Snaps away. Harrington steps back under pressure. Lets it fly to the outside. Price catches it. He needs to get out of bounds to stop this clock. He's brought down at the 22-yard line. It'll be a timeout. Colony Cougars, first one of the half, with 33 seconds to play. Cougars 1st and 10 from the Lion 22-yard line. Garnett, it makes you wonder why in the world they can't do this with 5 minutes on the clock.
Well, it's the pace of the game. Reedy has been able to dictate them, and I don't know if they know their plays or if they know what's going to happen. But you know, when you're in this hurry up, Reedy can't sit here and settle and figure out what you're trying to do. Here, they got to go on instinct, and Cougars have been able to burn them going on instinct.
No, I get it, which begs the question: why in the world aren't they playing a hurry up in the rest of the football game and drive the pace?
Yeah, it does.
If that upsets Reedy, then that's what you got to do.
That's what I would be doing. Yeah, I hear you.
And so they need to take note of that.
But when they do that, they got to be able to make sure that they know what plays they're going to run. They just can't get up there and hurry up. They got to know. They got to have a game plan when they do that.
Agreed. But again, they ought to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
Just saying. So the Colony Cougars come up to the line of scrimmage.
Reedy, you know they got 2 plays.
Reedy set here. Cougars up at the line of scrimmage. They got a Harrington out of the shotgun. Abdallah to his right. 2 wide left. Harrington steps back. Got some pressure. Scrambles out of the pocket. Delivers a strike. And he delivers it to Miles Price in the end zone.
We're going to have a holding on the Cougars.
We're going to get a hold from the Colony Cougars.
That
one will come back. Oh, my goodness. So the Cougars on the scamper are going to pick up a hold out on the edge, and that one's going to come back. So the Cougars are going to have to put it in the end zone one more time. Caught Reedy sleeping out on the flat, and Miles Price was in the end zone all alone.
I can't believe all the smack talking Frisco is doing for a school that had only been around 5 years.
Unbelievable. Well, Colony Cougars will come up. It's going to be 1st and 15.
Dude, you're a no-name school.
From the Lions 33. Well, that no-name school is putting a whoop on us right now.
They ain't going nowhere.
All right, well, all I'm just saying is proof's in the pudding. Harrington brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Abdallah to his right. Harrington steps back under pressure. He delivers down the side of the field. And Price, it'll be thrown too deep. Price can't get there.
We got another penalty?
As the Cougars are going to pick up yet another hold, they're going to make this one really tough to get in the end zone with 17 seconds to play. It's going to be 1st and 30 from the Lion 42-yard line. They could make this a little more difficult on themselves, but I'm not sure how. As the Cougars come up to the line.
Well, they got a safety on the top over the top of Miller because they know Miller will burn them.
1st and 30. Snaps away. Pressure coming. It's thrown to Abdallah. He's off and running. He's got plenty of room. Abdallah might get there. And that's 6 points as the Colony Cougars get a little screen after Abdallah across the middle of the field, and he's off and running.
Oh, my, that's a perfect call there. They suckered.
Breaks one tackle. They had a whole defense chasing Miller down the field and left Abdallah underneath wide open.
Wide open, and they suckered in that big rush, and they were able to buy time. And, again, with the eyes on Miller, Abdallah was able to sneak out and break it big. And actually, it looks like that was
broke a heck of a tackle there at midfield.
I think that was Price, actually. I'm giving that credit to Abdallah, but it looks like that was Price.
And the ball, I don't think that was Price. And what do we got? We got
another penalty. It's going to be. Looks like it's going to be on Reedy.
Smack talk from Reedy again.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you, they're a no-name school.
Well, they're trying to make a name for them.
I'm trying to see the Jumbotron, but
offsides on Reedy on the PAT. So PAT will stand, and the Colony Cougars still trailing Reedy here in the second with 9 seconds to go in the second half, or in the first half, trailing 17-14 as the Colony Cougars bring it up close right prior to halftime. They just got to shut Reedy down for 9 seconds.
Well, they got 9 seconds, so what do you think?
Well, you know what?
Reedy, they talking so much smack. I don't think they're going to take a kneel down. Well, I think they're going to try to get one.
Well, I'm just saying, Reedy's talking so much smack, and it's a miracle that the Colony Cougars haven't returned that smack because they're famous for that, right? So I'm proud of our guys tonight so far for keeping their cool under control and not retaliating because, you know, we're good at that.
Yeah.
So I gotta take my hat off to the Colony Cougars tonight. They're keeping their cool, and Reedy's trying everything to pull them off their game here.
They are.
So Reedy sets up deep at the 10. Colony Cougars set up for the kickoff, and we're going to pooch this thing. Sure enough, they pooch it down to about the 25. It's caught on the sideline, and signal fair catch as the Reedy Lions will take over 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Their own 26-yard line, and the Colony Cougars now have got to put up a defensive stand for a whopping 8 seconds and take this thing in 3 down on the Reedy Lions at halftime, and hopefully they can make that happen, Garnett.
Yeah, let me see if we're going to play conservative defense and have some people back because, again, like you just said, Reedy is coming in here feeling all kinds of goods tonight, and I'm happy to see the Cougars put that ball in the end zone to shut them up.
So the Cougar defense going to put 4 up front, 2 linebackers, and then they're going to drop 5 deep, try to keep Reedy out of the end.
And they're taking a timeout, which tells me that they're not thinking about, because they were in the huddle so long, that tells me they're not thinking about taking a knee. They're trying to figure out how they can get some points before the halftime.
They are not going to take a knee here, Garnett. I can guarantee that. Reedy is going to try to get that 6 back before they go to the halftime.
Yeah, and now what your Cougars got to do is figure out what kind of defense they're going to be in, and everybody knows their assignments, and nobody gets behind you.
So Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts on either side. He's going to throw it to the flat like he's done all night, and that he's going to scamper out for a first down and get it out of bounds. So it's going to be.
So all he was trying to do was get enough room so he can maybe throw.
3 seconds to go. Reedy will have 1st and 10. Are they not going to move the chains?
I missed the flag. So maybe we had illegal formation, maybe. Yeah, they're talking about it. So this one looks like it may be waved off. I think the ref is talking to, and he's not happy about it. We're actually tapped into the ref tonight, so we'll be able to hear what he's going to say if he turns his mic on.
They're going to call a illegal block below the knees downfield on the Colony Cougar defense. They're going to give them a 15-yarder for that. The Lions now will get a play, 3 seconds on the clock from the Colony Cougar 47-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Reedy Lions as they come out now in excellent field position to strike back at the Colony Cougars here with 3 seconds to go. I'm guessing this is going to be the last play of the half if they throw this thing deep.
Yeah.
And Reedy lines up 3 wide to the wide outs to the wide side of the field. They're going to set up a tailback on the left side, which is the wide side. And now we're going to talk about it some more. Did the Colony Cougars call a timeout? Is that what we're looking at?
I think the refs are still trying to figure out what they're. I think they want more yards out of it because of the catch was made, and he got up. I'm not sure where they took the spot from. I missed that.
I missed that too. Too much echoing going on.
So the play didn't go out of bounds, but the team called timeout and accepted the penalty.
So Reedy comes onto the field now from the Colony Cougar 47-yard line. 1st and 10, 3 seconds to go in the half, leading 17-14 over your Colony Cougars. and Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide outs to the wide side of the field.
Yeah, Cougars got to put a big rush on here.
They're going to put the tailback deep in what looks like a swinging gate type of formation. 4 wide outs to the left side of the field. Sure enough, they're going to pass it to the swinging gate, and it's dropped on the pass, and that'll end the half as the Colony Cougars and Reedy chokes on their big swinging gate performance, and the Colony Cougars will retire to the locker room, as will the Reedy Lions. Reedy leading the Colony Cougars 17-14 here in Frisco, Texas at the Ford Center. And the Colony Cougars aren't out of this thing yet, Garnett.
No, and that's what we talked about, being resilient. And Cougars did a great job there at the end of the quarter with 1:30 left to put the ball in the end zone. They have to overcome some penalty issues, but they got in the end zone. That's the ultimate goal. Now we can come back and regroup at halftime and come out for the second half.
So we'll give you the bands at halftime. We'll see you here in about 20-something minutes, and we'll see what happens here in the second half of this ballgame.
Senior Lieutenant Mariana Gray. Senior First Lieutenant Lisa De Leon. And Senior Head Captain Abby Lawson.
And we are back here in the second half of this shootout ball game. We have got some serious level on this crowd noise here. Colony Cougars kneeling at the 50-yard line as they've come out of their tunnel. Lions are ready to go at their sideline, regrouping. The Lions will take the football here in the second half as they deferred and gave the football to the Colony Cougars in the first half. So the Reedy Lions will take over here in the second half with the kickoff return.
And that makes that touchdown that the Cougars scored just before halftime all that more important, because you don't want to go down another score on top of already being down 10 at the time that they were. So big drive at the end of the quarter by the Cougars. Got some momentum. Let's see if they can keep the momentum coming out here in the second half.
Well, no two ways about it. The Colony Cougars have got to come to play ball here in the second half. They currently are stuttering at the line of scrimmage, getting tore up by a huge line on both sides of the football by the Reedy Lions. I don't know what they're feeding these kids over here in Frisco, but man, they've got some serious size on them here on the front line of both sides of the football. Colony Cougars lining up for the kickoff. Looks like we're gonna maybe kick this one away as the Lions have a man deep at the 10, one at the 15. Oh, it's an onside kick. Colony Cougars are gonna try to recover this thing. They might have done it. They might have recovered an onside kick.
They may have recovered. I don't know. Looks like at the last minute.
And yes, the Colony Cougars have recovered an onside kick here in the second half. Caught the Lions sleeping on the kickoff, and the Cougars will take over at the Reedy Lion 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Good job by the Cougars catching them sleeping right here at the beginning of the second half. 11:55 to play. Cougars will take the ball from the Reedy Lions. And
that's the way to get the possession back that they lost at the beginning of the game.
Well, they need to make it count here.
Yes, you do.
Harrington brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Abdallah in the backfield, slot back to the right. Who is our slot back tonight? Number 3.
That's Kyle Taylor. And Abdallah with a nice carry there for a gain of about 8 yards off of the left tackle there. Nice job there. Now, this is what we don't understand. You had the momentum at the end of the half by going quick, and now we're going back to the pause where they got to get the play from the sideline. Let's see if we can make some adjustments here. Oh.
Oh, that was not pretty.
Yeah, bad pitch there. Dollar had to twist and turn to adjust to get the ball. Oh, man, a loss of about 6 yards on the play where you had second and about 2. Now you're about 3rd and 8.
So the Colony Cougars now come up 3rd and 8 from the Frisco 46-yard line. Harrington out of the shotgun. He'll fake it to Abdallah, step up in the pocket. Oh, and he's met by a big rush off the left side of the line, or the Colony right side of the line, as the Lions crush Harrington under pressure, and they'll have to punt this ball away. Unfortunately, didn't take advantage of that onside kick.
And that's what you hate. You had the mistake takes you out of what you were trying to do, where you got a break and you're trying to capitalize on that, and now they're having to punt.
So the Colony Cougars now punting the football. Man set deep at the 20-yard line for the Lions, and it'll be a scrum kick down the right side of the field, and it gets a great bounce. Now, why in the...
I think it touched him.
I think it touched him, too.
I think it touched him. I think that's the Cougars' ball. I think it touched him. That's going to be the Cougars' ball.
And that ref wasn't paying attention. He's sitting there, and they're asking him, did it touch that player? And he can't answer because he wasn't paying attention. Unbelievable.
Yep, that's Cougars' ball.
Yep, Cougar ball. So the scrum kick goes down, touches the line, and he is blasted right away. Maybe the discussion was whether or not he called for a fair catch.
I don't believe he called for a fair catch because the ball bounced.
I don't believe he did either.
And it bounced, and it rolled to him, and he didn't know if to come up and get it or to get out of their way. And the Cougars, by the time he made a decision, his mind up, Cougars blasted him with a big hit.
Lion coach is not a happy camper.
He's
right
not
now.
happy. Oh, and the reason why he's not happy is because the ref really wasn't paying attention.
The ref wasn't paying
good,
attention.
Good break for the Cougars, though. Now let's see if we can capitalize for the second time around.
Now the Colony gets another gift here. It's handed off to Abdallah around the left side. He gets a little bit of running room, but he's met at the line of scrimmage on the corner. Brought down, maybe he lost a yard on that play.
Yeah, Frisco is all over that.
As Frisco's fired up right now. Now they've had the football ripped from them twice in a row here in the second half, as the Colony Cougars still alive on a couple of pretty good heady plays of ball here. Now if they could just bring that to the offensive side of the football, we'd be in good shape.
I'm telling you right here, I'd run a reverse. I'd run that same play,
Harrington
but give it to the receiver.
Comes up to the line of scrimmage, too wide to the left, tight side of the field. He steps back and delivers a strike to the corner. And
one-handed catch.
Miller brings a one-hander down in the end zone for 6 points as the Colony Cougars strike back quick here in the second half against the Reedy Lions. They can't believe that he just caught that football.
And the ref was on top of that one that time.
Ref was totally on top of that one, and he was covered up by the defender. Unbelievable catch by Miller.
Goodness.
He needs the game ball for that one. Oh, my gosh, that was a heck of an effort. Heck of a throw by Mikey to put it on the nut.
Put it right there. And he goes up in one hand like Odell Beckham.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Lands on his head in the end zone, and the PAT is up.
Oh.
And that barely got over the crossbar, but it's good. And the Colony Cougars now lead the Reedy Lions, who are stunned in the first of this second half with 9:25 to play in the third quarter, leading 21-17.
Now the refs are talking now. They're trying to figure out, okay, how can we get this makeup call?
How can we get Reedy back in the ball game here, boys?
That's what they're discussing.
At Colony Cougar, they fixed to pull another one out of their backside here.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, what a nice play there.
So the Cougars can't capitalize on the onside kick, but instead scrum it down the side and knock the snot out of the deep man on the punt return to recover a fumble and take it in the end zone on one heck of a catch by Miller in the corner of the end zone. Unbelievable.
But to be honest about it, the ball did hit him. The refs just didn't pay attention to it, but the ball did hit him.
The ball hit him, but he got the snot knocked out of him.
Oh, he did get snot knocked out of him.
So the Cougars now will come out leading the Reedy Lions 21-17 with 9:25 to play in the third quarter. Heck of an effort by the offensive squad of the Colony Cougars. The defense now needs to step it up here, Garnett, and take control of that line of scrimmage down in the trench, because that's where they're really getting beat on defense.
Well, and you've got to be able to cover the middle. That's where Reedy likes to run.
The Cougars come up and they'll pooch this one down around the 25 again. It's caught and fair catch signaled for, and the Reedy Lions will take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line, looks like 27-yard line, the spot.
And I think the Cougars are okay with giving up their field position right there instead of getting one of those long returns. I think they'll take that start. That's about the average start for a high school football.
Oh, kick it away. Kick it out the end of the field. Bring it to the 25.
Can your kicker kick that far?
Well, I would hope so. Come on now.
But you don't want to risk that return.
Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, out of the shotgun, 2 wide left with a wing T set in the backfield. Snaps away. He'll fake it to the tailback. It's out in the flat. Nice catch. And he's brought down 2 yards later. He'll pick up a gain of about 2 on the play.
Looked like his knee was down right at the catch.
Maybe not. Maybe pick up now he got it back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to set it down at the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Reedy as the man out in the flats covered up on that play. Good job by the Cougar defense and a shoestring tackle. Barber pulled on the numbers. Reedy comes out from the left hash mark out of the shotgun, 2 wide right, 1 left. Tailback goes in motion to the right, sets up for the flat, and quarterback under pursuit and just pursued immediately.
Oh, wow, and there wasn't a ref there to throw a flag there.
Steps out of bounds, and somebody put a haymaker on that offensive player. Holy cow.
Yeah, and there wasn't a ref there to throw the flag.
Man, they balled that boy up.
Yeah. Well, and they took a bad angle to the quarterback.
Took a horrible angle on the quarterback.
Yeah, and he was able to get outside, and once he got outside, there was nobody there until he got to the safeties, and the safeties were busy chasing the receivers.
Yeah, they need to work on some pursuit angle in practice.
Timeout for injury.
Oh, yeah, that should have been a block in the back there. Whoever came back, and the ref just totally – well, that's one of those calls that I guess they were trying to give back to Frisco. But, man, you hate to see a play like that, especially with the way concussions are these days.
Was that a crackback?
Yeah, it was total.
Wow.
But the ref, again, was out of position to make the call.
Number 14 down on the field for the Colony Cougars. Never like to see a high school player go down for any reason. That's Wade Simmons. Wade's had a pretty good game out there on the corner and secondary play on defense here, so let's hope he can shake that off, come back in the game. And we'll get to see Wade next year since he's a junior this year, but you don't like to see any kid off the field under his own power, so that's always a good sign. Colony Cougars now come out on defense once again, see if they can't put a stopper on this Lions offense. Lions come up to the line of scrimmage in a wing T, 2 wide outs to the right, wing T to the left, quarterback out of the shotgun, and tailback to his right as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Snaps away. He'll hand it to the tailback, who's met behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he got it back to the line of scrimmage, Garnett. He was tackled.
He just barely, and that's what we need.
He took the handoff and got immediately met by a defender. He'll bring it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll spot it at the 50.
We need some more of that for sure.
2nd and 10 at the 50 as the Lions now are getting a little bit of a defensive lesson by the Colony Cougars here as they're starting to have to work for every yard now. And the Colony Cougars right now have to be careful of the big play.
Yeah, definitely don't want to give up the big play.
Lions come up with 2 wide outs to the right, tailback to the left, out of a wing T set to the left. Man in motion, it's a fake to him. It handed to the tailback. He'll cross back to the right side of the set and picks up a maybe 2 on the carry. Not much more than that. They might give him 3, but sure enough, they're going to spot him 3 in the middle of the field, and it'll be a 3rd down and 7 from the Colony Cougar 47-yard line as the Lions had a nice little fake quarterback option to the tailback off the right side, right off of his guard's outside hip. Tailback in motion to the left. Quarterback steps back and delivers a strike across the middle.
Oh.
He's dumped right there at the point of catching the football at the Colony Cougar 42-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and about 3, 4th down and 2, as the Lions, I'm guessing, are going to go for it here.
Looks like they're going to go for it. They're not interested in punting tonight.
So the Colony Cougars have a great opportunity to come up with a big defensive play here with 4th and 2 from their own 42-yard line as the Lions come up to the ball. Wing T to the left.
And they
quarterback out of the shotgun.
So you know this is going to be a run play.
Quarterback out of the shotgun. They're going to hand it to that quarterback, and he keeps it off the right side, easily picks up the first down as there's a little bit of squabble there at the point of contact. Pick up another yard or two after contact, and they'll bring that'll be a first down, Reedy Lions, and they'll spot that at the Colony Cougar 37-yard line as the Reedy Lions once again power through for a first down, picking up 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, it seems like whenever they want to run that play, it's there for them.
And Reedy splits out 2 wideouts to the right, wing T to the right, tailback to the left. It's a snap. Quarterback rolls out, nice strike to the flat, and they'll pick up another first down to thrown to the Colony Cougar 28-yard line. He'll pick up another yard on the reception. Is that a receiver that's down?
Timeout for an injury.
No, it looks like we got a Cougar down. Trying to see what the number is. Looks like it's a cramp.
Yeah, it looks like a cramp to me too. Is that number 5?
Yeah, it looks like
Donovan Callis.
Yeah.
Donovan down on a cramp, and Reedy, that quarterback is putting those flat routes on the money, Garnett. He hadn't missed but one tonight, and put that one on the money and picked up another yard after the reception, enough for a first down. Reedy will take over first. Will continue their drive 1st and 10 from the Colony Cougar 26-yard line. Cougars need to step in the hole here, Garnett, and make a big play.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go score for score here. So, man, that run by the quarterback, and then they got the crackback block that wasn't called. That could be a big play in this drive if Reedy scores here. But I want to see my Cougars get a big stop here.
Reedy comes up wing T to the right, wideouts right and left. From the right hash mark, out of the shotgun, snaps away. It's a little high, but he hands it off to the tailback who comes back left. Got lots of room to run. He gets it around the edge and up to the Colony Cougar 20-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 6 on the carry. And he gets a gift for a spot, so it'll be 6.5. Be second down and 3.5 yards for the first down. Reedy comes up to the ball. Wing T to the left, tailback to the left in the set. Wideouts to the right and left. On the numbers almost. Reedy from the left hash mark. Snaps away. Good snap to the quarterback, to the flat man. He catches it at about the 15, brings it up for another 3 or 4 yard gain. They're going to spot it at the 10. Really a gift of a spot by the referees there. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9. They're going to spot it at the 9-yard line of the Colony Cougars. Reedy, again, controlling the line of scrimmage, Garnett. The Colony Cougar defense having a difficult time with that.
Yeah, I mean, he's moving the ball down the field. He's throwing those little flat routes, little safe passes. Hadn't really seen him test down the field, but he's accurate out in the flats.
Reedy out of the shotgun, wideouts both sides. He'll put the left wideout in motion. It'll hand off the tailback right up the middle of the field. He'll get met and bumped forward for another yard or two, brought down at about the 4-yard line. As the Colony Cougars having a difficult time containing this defense or this offense of the Reedy Lions. Reedy now 2nd and goal from the 4 as the Colony Cougar defense trying to regroup and come up with some success here with 5:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. Reedy knocking at the door of the Colony Cougars, trailing 17-21. Against your Colony Cougars. Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the right, tailback to the right. It'll be a handoff to the tailback. He's got plenty of room. That'll go in easy. He'll get hit a little bit right at the goal line, but drags 3 or 4 defenders into the goal. And Reedy on the board again. They'll go up on your Colony Cougars 21-23 as they bring their PAT team out for to put the exclamation point on that score. Reedy, Garnett, really didn't look like they struggled too much to get that ball down the field.
No, besides that one big play, Reedy just kind of, moved the ball left, moved the ball right, moved it left, up the middle. I mean, So I want to see the Cougars defense come in and put some smash hits on them.
So Reedy comes out for the PAT. They're set for the kick. Snaps out, ball set, it's up and good as Reedy puts an exclamation point on that drive, putting 7 more up on the board, and they lead your Colony Cougars 21-24. The lone field goal by Reedy in the second quarter, the difference in this contest. Colony Cougars, Garnett, have got to come out and drive this ball down the field.
Well, and that's what it looks like right now. You got to match them score for score until you figure out how to control them with this little wing tee controlled offense that they do. I mean, when they run the ball, they're getting in behind a big man. They had a big offensive line. They're getting 5-6 yards. So you either got to slant into the gaps or something to get control. So you're catching Reedy off guard here. So we'll see if Reedy will kick away here, if they're going to give some payback.
That Jumbotron is really telling. Did you see that Reedy player hit our guy in the face coming out of the pile?
Oh, yeah, and the ref didn't throw a flag.
No flag.
I saw that. The ref jumped into the pile, but he wasn't really going to throw a flag. But, yeah, Reedy has been talking smack all night long.
So Reedy now set up for the kickoff. Colony Cougars set 3 deep. And the ball is away. They kick it to the right side of the field. Colony left side. It's caught at the 5, and here he comes.
There you go.
25, 30.
Now talk
35,
to him.
breaks to the outside,
Man,
and
he
he's
could have
met
broke it back.
with two defenders on the kickoff team of Reedy, and he's brought down at about the 39-yard line of the Colony Cougars. They'll take over 1st and 10. Great field position. Excellent return from the 5-yard line, as he'll return that thing, 35 yards?
Yeah, I thought he had one more move in him, and I think he would have had it clear.
Their feet was tangled. No penalty.
So the Colony Cougars will have 1st and 10.
Nice return there.
From their own 39, he'll get credited with a 34-yard return. Excellent run. And the Cougar offense now comes out to go to work as Harrington brings his offense to the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. That'll be Perkins in the neon yellow gloves at the bottom of your screen.
And this is where I want to see my Cougars smash them in the mouth for all this jibber jabber that Reedy is doing.
Abdallah to the left of Harrington as the tailback. Oh no, that's Price as the tailback now. Harrington will hand it to Price. He'll come out across the right edge, and Price bounces forward, breaks 1 tackle, and we got a little bit of nonsense going on in the pile.
And the ref threw a flag after the play was over with. Oh, my goodness.
Is he going to ring us up for his false start that late in the play?
No, he's going to go holding. The play was over with. He threw his flag after the play was over with.
Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, 1st down.
Wow. That was a late flag if I've ever seen one. So the Colony Cougars will get rung up on another hold, so they'll bring that back to the 30-yard line as the Cougars now will have 1st and they didn't bring it back 10 yards.
No.
1st and 19.
Wow, I can't
from their own 30 as they bring the ball to the line of scrimmage. Harrington in the shotgun, wideouts on either side. And he'll try to go deep. Oh, and Miller comes back to the ball and makes the catch. Excellent job by Miller. And Miller brings it down to the Lion, the Colony Cougar 41. And they might keep this drive alive, Garnett. It's going to be 2nd and 9 or 8 from the 41-yard line.
Yeah, good reaction there by Miller as the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he came back to the ball.
And he was able to come back to get the ball, yes.
So Harrington on a tip, Miller comes back to it, picks up 10 out of the shotgun. Harrington under pressure again. He'll get the thing away, and it's caught at the 45-yard line and goes out of bounds. That was number 32. Who is that, Matt? That boy's big. They're going to spot it at the 46-yard line.
That's Marcus Moore.
Marcus Moore with a great grab across the middle, and they're not easily dragging that boy down. He had plenty of groceries before the game tonight. They come up to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun. Harrington takes a pause, readjusts from the sideline as Coaching staff sends in an adjustment. They'll bring Moore to the left side in the slot. Abdallah on the right. It'll be a handoff to Abdallah around the left side. Abdallah breaks through the line, and he picks up about 7 or 8 on the carry. Looks like 8, and it'll be a Colony Cougar first down as Abdallah rolls forward for 8-yard pickup and a first down.
That was a man-sized run right there. Woo,
Good job. Good job by the Colony Cougars to keep this drive alive as Abdallah comes off of a big block by Moore.
Yeah.
And wow.
That was a big boy running right there.
Bouncing.
And the line was huge on that play.
Bouncing that thing through the line of scrimmage. Harrington brings his line up to the ball, out of the shotgun. They'll pause again. You got Price to the right side, Miller on the numbers to the wide side. Snaps away. It'll be to a ball. He bounces to the left. Gets around the corner. Abdallah's off to the races. Big stiff arm on the corner. Abdallah to the 10, 5, and runs over a man at the 4 and goes out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 4, looks like.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Now they're going to bring him back to the 5, but Abdallah with a heck of a stiff arm on the corner gets it down the field, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 5 as the Colony Cougars roll this thing all the way to the end of the field. They're going to give it to Abdallah, let him try it again right up the middle of the field. He's pounded up right there at about probably the 3-yard line, I'm going to guess. As he's picked up, they're going to spot it at the 4.
Oh, my goodness.
And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line as Miles Price comes into the set on the right side.
Yeah, only reason
Miller on the left.
He didn't score on that is because of the defender for Reedy had the angle on him. But he put a nice punishing blow on that.
Abdallah in the backfield as the fullback, and Moore at the fullback, Abdallah at the tailback. From the shotgun, Harrington's going to hand it to Abdallah. He's going to run behind Moore, and Moore stands a defender up, bringing it down to about the 2-yard line, I'm going to guess.
One more time, big boy.
One more time, and now they're going to spot it at the 1-yard line.
Wow.
And it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1 as Moore stood that number 32 up on the defensive line, number 52, I think it is, on the defensive line of the Lions, and that is one big boy. And I mean, it was a battle of the bulls right there. And here we go. It's going to be a quarterback sneak, and Harrington is not going to get this thing in.
Yeah, come on, Coach.
That was a horrible call, Coach.
Yes. All right, 4th down. You know you got to go for it.
4th down. You got to put this one in, Coach. You cannot let this one go by.
You're at the inch-yard line. I don't like that call. I like him under center, but
so it's going to be 4th and 1.
Mikey needs to eat some more biscuits.
Cougars are going to go for it here.
Come on, give it to your big boy.
They're going to split a wide out, send Miller across the middle, and throw it up high. Send Miller on a slant right across the middle.
Timeout. Colony. First charge timeout of the half.
Colony Cougars will take a timeout here, and think about it as stakes are high here for one more play of this offensive squad to try to put this thing in pay dirt on the Lion end of the football field, Garnett.
Yeah, I don't like taking that 3rd down play away when you can give it to your big boy. He's got you down the field.
Well, they've pounded away and picked up 4 yards. They got 1 to go, and you let Harrington.
Yeah, you don't.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. Are you run that play, but you run the jet sweep with him?
Well,
and you fake him up the dive.
Well, it'd be one thing if our line was controlling the line of scrimmage. We haven't controlled the line of scrimmage all night, Garnett.
Well, they done a good job on this drive, particularly.
Well, okay, let's qualify that. You got Moore in there, who's one chunk of a man. And he's going up against a whole defensive line, doing a heck of a job clearing a path for Abdallah.
He's trying to play it, yes. I would have been one more time with that play.
Abdallah has got his face mask planted squarely in the back of Moore, running up the middle of the field.
Yes, and you got to believe it's coming one more time right here.
Well, it would be foolish to not play that, but no, we send out Magic Hands Perkins wide to the right. And Abdallah, oh my gosh. What was that?
I think we got to get a penalty.
Penalty on who? And where was Perkins and all that? Abdallah was set up as the quarterback.
74, 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
Oh
my gosh. False start on lineman number 74.
So we're going to kick a field goal right here?
That would be our center, I think. Is that not our center? So the Colony Cougars are going to come. Well, nope, they're going to go for it. No, they're going to set up for the field goal. And the Cougars now are going to try a field goal attempt here. And they're in the set, ready to go. Kicker's lined up. Snaps away, ball's down, kick is away. And it is good as the Colony Cougars tie this one up here in Frisco, Texas at the Ford Center. 24 all with 1:13 to play in the third quarter. Colony Cougars come away empty-handed, kind of, because they didn't put it in pay dirt, probably because of the lackluster play call on third down and with the quarterback keeper of Harrington.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I like the call, but I don't like the call, especially when you're pounding with your two big boys, Moore and Abdallah. I think I would have, as you pounded it so much there, I think I would have, given it right back to him, and because you're 3rd and 1.
Yeah, but the thing is, Garnett, you pounded on that edge, right? If Abdallah doesn't get in off the back of Moore, he bounces to the outside and he's in. It's one step, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
But you put Harrington in the middle of the field. You look at the size of that front defensive line of Frisco. Holy cow, man!
Yeah, Harrington's not gonna.
There's no way Harrington's pushing through that.
He's not gonna push through there.
I mean, heck, their nose guard alone weighs 3 times what he does. Come on, man.
Hey, but I like the drive there by the Cougars. We're back in the ball game. Now we just got to keep attacking.
Defense has got to come to play here. Colony Cougars on the kickoff. They pooch this one down again to about the 25 on the left side of the field. It's fair caught at the 25, and the Colony and the Lions will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line from the right hash marks. And the Cougar defense, Garnett, needs to come up and play some smash mouth football in the trench.
Yeah, they got it. They got it. I'm glad they're holding their composure tonight. But I just want to see somebody just lay somebody out.
Well, they balled that one boy up here on his own sideline, and that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that was when they were doing the crackback across the field.
That's
so
true.
It was a 1-for-1 on that, right? Well, the Colony defense comes up the line of scrimmage. Lions are up on the line. Wideouts on either side. Wing T to the left. Quarterback out of the shotgun. Snaps away. He's going to hand it to the tailback.
There you
Gets
go.
met at the line of scrimmage, but picks up another 2 or 3 after the point of contact. So he's going to pick up what looks to be 4 yards on the carry, 5 yards on the carry. They're going to bring it out to the 30-yard line of the Lions. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 30 as the Lions really at the point of contact made great effort, second effort to get that ball up the field. Again, wing T to the left, out of the shotgun, snaps away. It's going to be fake to the tailback. Quarterback steps back and delivers what is a strike downfield. At the 40, he's still scampering. He's going to go in for 6 if somebody didn't get there. To the 20, 15, 10. Pushed out of bounds at the 5. And that receiver looked like he was coasting, Garnett, tempting the defender to get there to hit him.
Well,
and he got there, pushed him out of bounds.
Officials timeout for an injury.
It was a
Officials timeout for an injury.
It was a nice sell, a play fake run by the quarterback, but man, the defender had a chance to get back. I think he lost sight of the ball.
Is that the receiver down over there?
No, I think we got a Cougar down. I think we got another cramp.
That is a Cougar.
No, that's a Cougar. I think we got another cramp.
Number 22, down with cramps. What's that with the cramping? Had the same problem last week.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the season. Everybody's trying to get their football legs.
Don't give me that beginning of the season nonsense. The other team ain't cramping up. That's Gonzalez down with cramping again. And these boys got to learn to hydrate on game day. That's a problem. These athletes got to take care of themselves, Garnett. It's coaches and trainers can only do so much. These kids have got to learn to take care of their bodies on game day. So Gonzalez will get up and he'll have to set a couple plays out for the injury, and he's off on his own power. But
yeah, you can tell the way he's walking. He's got a big cramp.
So Frisco's going to have 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. That was a generous spot, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, back to that play. It looked like the defender for the Cougars had a chance to make a play and then lost sight of the ball and actually ran past the receiver and then missed a tackle. But we were able to tackle him down the field, but at the 3-yard line.
Well, I got to hand it, though, to the quarterback of the Lions. That kid's throwing darts tonight. He's a good quarterback.
You know, but that's the first one really I've seen down the field.
That's the
They've
second
all been
one
out.
down the field. That's the second one tonight.
Is that the second one?
Yeah.
He hadn't thrown many.
So man in motion to the right. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up one. Nope, they're going to spot it at 3 again. So it'll be second goal from the 3. Quarterback on the keeper just kind of fell forward. I didn't see much running effort on his part on that one. Not like he has in the past here tonight. But the Lions still in great position here to score on the Colony Cougars into the third quarter. They're going to swap ends of the field here. And the Colony Cougars and the Frisco Lions tied the knot here at 24 at the Ford Center here in Frisco, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. And your Colony Cougars are they're hanging in this game, but it's not convincing. The Lions, I think, have really controlled the football tonight, Garnett.
Yeah, they play real. They come in with a game plan, and they've executed it to perfection. Now, when you look at it, the Cougars have made some mistakes, and they've overcome those mistakes. And right now the ball game is tied. So now we come down to, we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, whoever makes the least amount of mistakes fourth quarter, whoever may have the ball last, I still think is going to win this ball game. Well,
the Colony offense has got to stay on track here. Frisco's about to score here in the beginning of the fourth quarter, and
you gotta have some hope at least, Jeff.
Dude, they're on the 3-yard line and they've been moving the ball 20 yards a pop.
Don't just write it in. Say they're gonna. Come on, man.
I won't write it in yet.
You gotta have some fight for the Cougars.
I'll write it in here in about 2 minutes after they start this ball game back up.
I'm fighting for the Cougars.
Hey, I'm just being real here. So the Colony Cougars come out in the nickel defense here. They're going to have to pull some stops out of the hat here to stop this Lion offense. Second down and goal from the 3 out of the shotgun. Wing T to the right. Snaps away. Ball to the tailback. He's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage again. What an awful play call by the Frisco coaching staff. Thankfully, they are not doing a very good job with play calling right now, as the Colony Cougars have stopped that play 4 times in a row on the last 4 calls of it.
I'm looking at them. I'm gonna put that running quarterback in, and I guarantee they're gonna stack it up to the left, and he's gonna follow his blockers in.
That running quarterback's a big boy.
Yep, they called for him. They were like, okay, enough of this. So let's see if the Cougars made an adjustment to this. I think they made an adjustment to this.
They're going to go into a full wing T here, and they're going to snap it to a kid with a cast on his arm.
Get him down, get him down, get him down. Oh, my goodness.
And they bowl this one in. And the kid running the football, Garnett, has got a cast on his left arm.
No, he just padded up.
He can't bend his arm, Garnett.
That's the kicker.
That's the kicker.
Kicker's padded up.
So the Lions put it in for 6 here. They lead the Colony Cougars 30-24 in the fourth quarter with 11:08 to play. Kick is up, and it's good, as they put the exclamation point on a fairly healthy drive coming down the field on the Colony Cougar defense. The Lions now lead the Cougars 31-24 with 11:08 to play in the fourth quarter. Colony Cougars are going to have to saddle up here, Garnett.
Yeah, it's going to take at least 2 more scores to win this football game, and they're going to have to get a stop along the way.
It's going to take 3 scores, and they're going to have a couple of stops, my friend.
Yeah, they're going to have some stops, that's for sure.
That defense is going to have to come to battle, particularly at the line of scrimmage. And you got to believe that the offensive line of Frisco's got to be wearing down about now in the game.
Well, they're doing good on the short play. It's the one big play, and we talked about it last year, You know, you can't give up the big play, and they load you with those small plays, and then they come and hit you. You know, they pass there to the tight end out down the field, which was, like you said, his second pass down the field. You know, goes for 50 yards. You know, you can't have that in a ball game like this.
So the Cougars come out. They're going to put Price, Gonzalez, and I think it's Simmons that is the other deep man. Simmons to the right, Price in the middle of your field, and Gonzalez at the top of your screen on the far side from the booth. And they're going to switch Price and Gonzalez because they've been kicking it to Gonzalez all night. And sure enough, they kick it to him again. Price is going to catch this one almost out of bounds. He catches it at about the 4-yard line, starts to scamper, caught at the 10, and he's going to get buried by a host of Lions. They're going to mark forward progress at the 10-yard line. Man, if Price is going to catch that and try to run it out, I mean, so that deep at the 4-yard line in the corner of the field, let the thing go.
I thought it was going out of bounds.
It could go out of bounds, and worst case, it goes out the end zone and you get a touchback.
Yeah.
Either way, you come out ahead, right?
But you got to make sure that they don't recover it. So I don't know.
Well, they weren't going to recover that. They were 20 yards off the ball. How are they going to recover that?
But I didn't know if it was going out of bounds or not. So.
Well, either way, if it doesn't go out of bounds, it's going to go out the end. Well, anyway, Cougars come up to the line of scrimmage.
But now we're 90 yards away.
1st and 10 from the 10. Got a 90-yard problem ahead of him. Harrington takes the snap under pressure. He scampers out of the pressure up the right side. He's under pursuit. Picks up about 3 on the carry, looks like, to the Colony Cougar 15. Oh, they got a horrible spot on that.
I was going to say, he got up further than that.
He got up way further than that.
Oh, my goodness.
They're going to give him 2 yards on the carry. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
Wow.
Wow, from the Cougar 12-yard line. And Harrington got hosed on that spot. He'll bring his offense to the line of scrimmage. He's got Miller and Price to the left, Perkins to the right, Abdallah in the backfield, and snaps away. He steps back, delivers it over the head of Price. Lucky that didn't get picked off by the outside corner, and it's an incomplete pass as the Colony Cougars now start to struggle with 3rd and 8 from the 12-yard line. And man, I think the strategic move here, Garnett's to give it to Abdallah and get it up the field so your punter's not working out of the end zone. Harrington comes up to the line of scrimmage with his team. Got 2 wideouts either side. Got Miller and Nelson on the left side. Under pressure again, and he's sacked at the 5-yard line. Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be. Oh, he got a hold.
And he got a hold on top of that. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
Holding. Offense number 72. That penalty decline. Result of the play. 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down from the Colony, 5-yard line? I don't know how they came up with that spot, but they're going to spot it at the Colony's 8. Punter working out of the end zone. And the Colony Cougars now set for the punt. Snaps away. Ball's punted. Horrible punt down to about the 35. Gets a good Cougar bounce. And the Lions are going to take over from the 1st and 10 from the Colony Cougar 46-yard line. Ball spot in the middle of the field, and the Colony Cougars offense did not have a promising showing there, Garnett. The defense is going to have to come to play here, or this game's going to get away from them.
Yeah, there's no doubt right here. You can't go 2 scores down in the 4th quarter. I know it's early in the 4th quarter, but you can't go 2 scores down here against this team right here.
So the Cougar defense comes up to the line of scrimmage. The Lions out of the wing tee to the left. Wide receivers on either side out of the shotgun. Snaps away. He's going to hand it to the tailback who comes out around the right side. He's got plenty of room on the edge to run. Stood up. He's going to pick up about 6 on the carry, looks like. Down to the Cougar 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the Cougar 40. And he picks up 6 on the carry. Out around the right side. Heck of a seam for him to run in. It has been all night long. And the Colony defensive end has yet to seal off that edge.
No, it's wherever they put number 1 at, which is their big guy on the edge of sealing. That's where they're running the ball to.
Set up in the wing tee to the right again. Tailback to the left. He turns and fires to the flat. It's caught. And he's going to bring it out to the Colony Cougar 30. First down, Lions. And they're on a roll. Colony Cougar defense still having difficulty coming up with a solution for this Lion offense. 1st and 10 from the Colony Cougar 30. And the Cougars, Garnett, are going to have to pull some plays out of their hat here and stop this Lion offense.
Yeah, they're going to have to pull everything out on defense. They can't sit back and wait. They've got to get in the backfield. They've got to get some stops in the backfield.
Wing tee to the right. Tailback now shifted to the right, out of the shotgun. Wide out, coming in motion across the set. It's a fake handoff, handed to the tailback across the left side, and he'll scamper out for about another 5-6 yard pickup.
We're going to get a holding here by Reedy. That's going to help us out here.
Holding. Offense number 61. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
So holding on Reedy. That'll bring them back 10 yards. That'll let them repay first down. It'll be 1st and 20 from the Colony Cougar 40-yard line. That helps the Cougar defense, but now they need to take advantage of that. As Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, wing tee to the right, tailback to the right, out of the shotgun, wide receiver in the motion to the right of the set. Quick pass across the middle, and it's caught at the Colony Cougar 20, and he's brought down by the secondary of the Colony Cougars. It'll be probably first down from the 20.
I think he got a first down.
I think he did too, but they got a horrible spot on it. They're not going to give him – oh, they did give him the first down. So the 1st and 10 from the Colony Cougar 20 is Reedy on the move. Man was wide open across the flat and made a great catch across the middle of the field.
Well, they've been lulling them sleep with that run. Oh, he got a good spot.
Reedy in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the left, tailback and fullback to the left. Handed off to. It's loose. Cougars might have got this one back.
Oh, they're going to say he was down by contact.
Oh my gosh, there is no way.
No.
Unbelievable.
Rolling on the field, the runner was down by contact.
Oh my God.
Oh, Reedy gets a gift from the referees as the tailback is flipped up on his head, loses the football, and they're going to say it was by contact on the field. Unbelievable. Cougars get hosed on that one. And now the ref's going to go talk to it with Coach Brangale, who is hot around the collar on that call, and as he should be. That was a horrible call.
And, of course, we're not going to get a replay on that one.
Yeah, they ain't going to put that one on the Jumbotron because they know that that's going to look bad.
Yeah, they know that he lost that ball. But that's one that they're probably going to give back.
So Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 12.
None call on the punt earlier.
From the Cougar 22. And the Colony Cougar defense came up big on that one.
And we need some more like that.
They need to have some more hits like that, wake the Lions up, and let them know they're here to play football. Colony Cougar defense comes up to the line of scrimmage. Reedy starting to look a little tired out of the shotgun. Snaps away. It's going to be handed to the tailback. He breaks to his left, and he's met not having the breakaway power that he had earlier in the game. He stood up and stopped at the point of contact. Let's see where the spot is. And they're going to spot that one at about the Cougar 19, looks like.
Yeah, what we need is a pick 6 on here.
Well, it's going to be 3rd and 9 from the Cougar 19. The Cougar defense has come up with 3 really big plays here, Garnett.
Yeah, we need 2 more Because I don't think they're going to kick a field goal. I think they'll go for it.
2 more big plays here. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the shotgun, tailback to the right. You're going to fake it and pass it to the flat. It's caught at the Colony Cougar 8 or 12-yard line rather. And he's going to fight for the first down, probably get the mark. I don't know.
Looks like he's going to be a yard short.
They're going to call it 4th down. He's going to be a yard short at the Colony Cougar 11. It's going to be Reedy's 4th down, 1 to go. And
they're bringing him in.
Cougars are bringing in more to try to clog up that middle here.
And Reedy brings in their running quarterback.
Reedy brings in the runner at the wing T, which has been very effective tonight. It's going to be tough to bring a kid down. He's running behind 4 humongous blockers.
Timeout. Reedy. First charge timeout.
If I'm the Cougars, I'm slanting into the gap and slanting one my end out and slanting everybody else into a gap and not try to go head up. So what do you think? At the 11-yard line, Reedy's not satisfied with going for a field goal. They're trying to put the game away right here. What do you think?
I think they're gonna run this wing T to perfection here is what I think.
I'm slanting right outside of the wing T.
Reedy comes up to the wing T. The Colony's solution is to bring
slanting
more
right
into the right defensive guard spot. And sure enough, it's away. He comes around the corner.
He didn't get.
Oh, he did. He's hit by Moore on the corner. Moore can't contain. And he bounces up for the first down, and the Reedy Lions have got 1st and goal from the Colony Cougar 9-yard line.
Holy moly.
Heck of a second effort. Moore laid a haymaker on him. He just couldn't hang on.
No, he was half a yard short, and he was able to stay on his feet before his knees went down. Wow, got it by
Moore slid off of him, and it was a great impact, but not enough to hold him. And they come out in the wing T to the right out of the shotgun. Tailback on the move to the right. Quarterback rolls to the right. Almost.
Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you fumbled the ball.
Fumble the football. Colony Cougars recover, I believe. Yes, Colony Cougars recover at the 8-yard line of the Reedy. And the quarterback was looking downfield and just lost the football. It bounces right to a Colony Cougar, and then 3 Cougars cover it up.
Oh, my goodness. What a big break there.
The Colony's got a man down.
Wow, yes.
What a great break for the Colony Cougars.
And that's away from the play, so I don't know.
I'm not sure what happened there either.
Yeah.
That was on the other side of the field. Does not look like a cramp, though.
No, that one doesn't look like a cramp.
That one looks like a knee.
And I'm not sure. I can't get a number.
Yeah, I got a trainer in the way here. Can't see it.
But that was definitely away from the play.
That's number 42. Kyle
Warner.
Kyer Warner.
Yeah.
A junior. Looks like it looks like maybe he twisted a knee or something. It doesn't look like he's too bad off. He's able to get off on his own power, so that's always a good
gently,
sign.
So that's a good sign.
So your Colony Cougars with 6:05 take over here deep in their own territory on a great turnover by a dropped football by the Lion quarterback as Harrington brings his squad to the line. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Harrington hands it to Abdallah on the Jets on the reverse. Oh my goodness, and Miles Price is just covered up back there, but he manages to bring it out. Probably picks up 2 or 3 yards on the carry, looks like.
That scared me, though, because he ran back into the end zone.
He did run into the end zone with that football.
Run into the end zone and get 2 yards.
He gets a spot out to the 12. Picked up 3 on the carry, Garnett. So it's 2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line. Colony Cougars wideouts everywhere. It's going to be handed to Abdallah around the right side. Abdallah trying to be the workhorse to get this thing up the field. Maybe he got it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think he picked up 1.
Picked up 1 on the carry, so it's going to be 3rd and 6.
Looks like he just ran into the back of his own lineman there.
So 3rd and 6, Colony Cougars need to pick up a first down here.
Yeah, for sure.
Take advantage of the turnover. Cougars line up in a wing T to the left. It's a snap to Harrington. He steps back, a lot of pressure. Oh, man, he's covered up. Harrington nowhere to go. And he's brought down for a loss of about 1.
Well, what ended up happening there, he saw Miller one-on-one out there. He was trying to get the ball up to Miller, but at the last minute, Reedy dropped that linebacker out there, and they double covered him and kept Mikey from throwing that ball out there to Miller.
Well,
and he didn't have any chance to.
He should have overthrew him.
Yeah.
Mikey's got to learn to do that instead of covering the ball up. So now we're punting from the goal line, 4th and 5.
There's still time in this game, though.
Still time, but the defense is going to have to come to play again, and we didn't keep him off the field much.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. Did he just block that punt?
He rugby style right into, and the blocker didn't hold his man. That's twice tonight.
Twice.
Up, and he's going to get a penalty for
celebration.
Yep.
That's twice tonight that kicker's kicked it right into that defender.
Well, they tried to go with the rugby style to get more roll out of the ball, and he's going right into where he's right-footed.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 24 on Reedy. That penalty will be assessed on the free kick. Play resulted in a safety.
So your Colony Cougars give up 2 on the punt.
First, unsportsmanlike conduct for a possible ejection.
Wow, that's tough, especially when you get the turnover and you didn't go anywhere with it, and then you give up a safety.
So your Cougars now trail 33-24 with 4:08 to go in the ball game, and they'll have to kick this ball away to Reedy.
And that's the other thing. On a safety, you don't get the ball back. You got to kick it away.
Kick it to them, so they're going to be able to kick. They're going to get 15 yards on the kick, so that's at least one advantage here. And man, oh man, the Cougars couldn't make this any more difficult on themselves here.
Yeah, and now the clock is running, and you've already used a timeout, so you got a lot of work to do in 4 minutes.
Well, that's the peril of that scrum kick. I mean, and I don't know why we don't just teach our punters how to punt the thing down the field. It's not that difficult to
Well,
task.
I mean, because they see what colleges are doing.
Well, great. It works for colleges because they're blocking.
And that's the other thing. They don't have the 3 people in front that protect from what the colleges are doing.
So the Cougars in a hole now, 4 minutes to play, kicking away to the Lions. They should get 15. Well, they did get the 15 yards, so they'll be kicking off from their own 35. Man, the Lions are playing way up. They need to kick this thing away, make them drop back to get it. Not scrum this thing to the 35 and let them take off running with it. And do not pooch this thing. Kick it down the field, make them go get it. And send your jets down there to recover it, Garnett.
That's what I would.
It'd be great to get a recovery down around the 15.
I'd kick away, kick as hard as I can.
I would too. Kick that thing as deep as you can.
The ref is standing at the 6-yard line. I'll kick it at the 6-yard line.
Try to hit him in the head with it. So the Colony Cougars now come up to the kickoff. They're gonna set their deep men back a little bit deeper, seeing that the Colony Cougars look like they're going to kick it away. And the kick is away. Sure enough, he tries to kick it deep, but we just don't have the leg we had last year. Caught at the 20. And what do we got?
Oh, and he laid him out.
Ooh, he did lay him out. My goodness. Hit hard at about the 34-yard line. What were they blowing the ball dead for?
Because but that should be a penalty because he ran the ball.
Because he ran the ball back on a fair catch.
Yeah, where's the flag?
He paid for it.
If he fair caught the ball and he started running, that should be a penalty.
That should be a penalty.
And he caught the ball way back there. Don't start here at the 30.
Yeah, he did. Don't you bring it up here to the 30. He caught it back there at the 20. He caught it right on the 20.
There was a fair catch signal called by a nutbag. The ball was in possession on the 25, first and 25 Reedy.
He didn't catch that ball on the 25.
Yeah, he caught it further.
He caught it at the 20.
It should be at the 20.
That's horrible.
And they're not going to give a replay of that either, so we're not going to get to see what transpired.
That was a horrible call, ref. So the Colony Cougar defense got to come to play here. Reedy takes over 1st and 10 from their own 25. And the Colony Cougar defense has got to bring some smash mouth football to the trench here, Garnett, and wake that Reedy quarterback up.
Yeah, we've got to.
You know Reedy's going to take time off the clock in wing T.
And you know that's all they're going to do is keep the ball on the ground.
4:05 to play in the ball game. Colony Cougars trail 33-24 here in the Frisco Ford Center. And Reedy comes to the line of scrimmage with a wing T set, tailback to the right, 2 wideouts to the top of your screen, 1 wideout to the bottom, wideout to the in motion, and tailback stood up in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple on that play. Garnett, as the defense powers through the offense. Offensive line's getting tired of Reedy, and it's time for our defensive line to come to play.
Well, you know, here
they're going to lose 1 on the spot. It'll be 2nd and 11.
And what a horrible spot.
From the 24. That was horrible. He lost at least 3 on that.
Oh, wow.
My goodness. So Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 11.
And you know they're going to use every bit of the play clock here.
From the 24-yard line. They're going to use every bit of play clock, and they're going to run this thing and let that clock keep running. Out of the wing T from the left, it's going to be handed to the tailback. He's going to scamper to his right. He's caught from behind, and he got beat up. He got mugged on that play. There's a host of Colony Cougars brought him down. He picked up about 3.5 on the carry. They're going to spot it at the they got a generous spot on that one. 29-yard line.
He lost more yards, and then they give him a good spot, and then he doesn't get that many yards, but they gave him a plus spot.
So from the line 29, it'll be 3rd and 6. As they come to the line of scrimmage, they'll split out 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun.
This is a big play here.
Tailback in motion to the left. Quarterback steps back. He's looking for the flat. Man chucks to the inside. He's wide open. Caught at the 30, at the 45. Picks up another 10, and he's brought down at the Colony Cougar 46. They'll spot it there, and the Lions on the move with the first down at the Colony Cougar 46-yard line. Great catch, and the quarterback scampers out to the right, giving himself plenty of time to get that ball off.
Yeah, and that may be your ball game right there. I don't think.
With 2:20 to play, Colony Cougars trailing 33-24.
You had a chance to get him off the field right there.
Defense would have to score here to put this thing back in the realm of possibilities. As
I can't believe they put the ball in the air.
As the Lions come up here to the line of scrimmage out of the wing T, quarterback in the shotgun, everything stacked to the left. Wideouts on either side. Snaps away. He's going to hand it to that tailback again. He's going to take it up the left side. That young man's had a few yards tonight. As he picks up another 5 on the carry, it'll bring it down to the Colony Cougar 41. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the Cougar 41-yard line as the Lions are on the move again. Defense having a difficult time with that front line of the Frisco Lions.
Yeah, and I think they're just trying to run the clock out.
Out of the wing T to the right, quarterback will kind of pause and take advantage of that 20-second play clock as they'll watch that thing wind down. They'll move the wing T around to the left with a slot back and tailback. Quarterback will keep it around the left side as he's going to run this thing. Cougars can't quite get there, and he's upended out of bounds. And he's going to pick up the first down at the Colony Cougar 35-yard line.
Yeah, I think the ref kept walking, and I think the ref is going to give him a first down. Yep,
Well, he
does.
went out at the 35, so that would have been a first down anyway. So it's going to be first down from the Colony Cougar 35-yard line, and they're going to watch this clock wind down. 2 more plays, this thing's over. 21 seconds on the clock, on the play clock, 1:13 on the game clock. Trailing your Colony Cougars against the Reedy Lions, 33-24. Reedy takes the snap out of a right set wing tee. Tailback fights for every yard he's getting right now. He picks up 2 or 3 on the carry. Looks like 2. That'll bring it down to the Colony Cougar 33-yard line. And Reedy, Colony Cougars are going to call timeout with 1:06 to play, 25 seconds on the shot clock. And
Shot?
Is that their second timeout of the quarter?
Yeah,
they
only have 1 left. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he had some chances to get him off the field tonight, and wow, some big plays. And he didn't throw the ball very much, but when he threw it, he was accurate because they had some. We call those safe passes. Not anything that
Miller had a highlight reel grab tonight in the end zone.
He had a couple of those.
You got to celebrate that. That one-handed catch, though, that was something.
And then the one down the field right here where he took the ball off the defender. And then Reedy made an adjustment to that. They realized that they couldn't guard him one-on-one. And Abdallah had some big runs tonight.
He did.
It's just the mistakes. You can't fight mistakes when you're trying to score.
Had some penalties at key
inopportune
times.
Yes.
That cost them some drives, and a rough go of it tonight with the Colony Cougars against a number 7 team
in the area
in the Reedy Lions. Tailback takes it up the left side. Cougars having a hard time bringing him down. They're going to pick up another first down with 59 seconds to go in the game. They'll move the chains, and the Reedy Lions will pick up another first down. They'll spot the ball at around the Colony Cougar 24-yard line. Looks like 23. Generous spot on the tackle there. As Reedy continues to run this clock down, and the Colony Cougars are likely not to get the ball back with 51 seconds to go now. And Reedy will watch this clock burn down as they start to set up in a victory formation here almost. And deep victory here as Reedy will set up to try to run the clock out. And they'll put this one down on the ground in a victory. With 30 seconds to go, that should be the ball game.
Yeah, I don't think.
Sure enough, that'll be the ball game here in Frisco, Texas.
I don't think Cougars are going to use their timeout. Actually, they're like, we're going to just walk the 50.
As your Colony Cougars drop one to the Reedy Lions here in the Ford Center, 33-24 your final. Colony Cougars will have to get ready for next week against what? Byron Nelson? Is that who we have next week? Byron Nelson at home, first game here at home. Look to see you there in Tommy Briggs Stadium next Friday night, 7 o'clock start. Hope to see you there.
Yeah, tough loss for the Cougars. I thought they played well in spots, but it's the mistakes along the way that kept them short of getting some touchdowns that they had chances to get. And man, the block punts hurt when you give up easy scores. That's 2 easy scores right there that they didn't make last week. So lots of things, lots of coaching opportunities. I still think it's early in the season. This is non-district. Even though it's a Frisco school, it's still a non-district game. I think the Cougars have a lot of potential to go a long way this season. Looking for a great season for them in district play.
Film's going to be ugly tomorrow.
It's going to be ugly, again, but they play good. The Reedy was heavy up front. I still think they play good. And I saw the adjustment they made. Reedy started the game running up the middle. Cougars made an adjustment. Reedy started hitting it from the outside. So I like the adjustment the Cougars made on defense. Offense is moving the ball, but you can't sputter. And the sputtering is why we have the 9-point deficit right here.
Well, that and turnovers killed us tonight. bottom line is the Colony Cougars have the talent on the field this year.
They have lots of talent,
They
kids.
what they have to focus on now is mental mistakes
Yeah.
and consistency.
Right.
And then they've got to start controlling the line of scrimmage.
Right.
Tonight, that was the big problem.
We call that attention to detail.
They just could not control the line of scrimmage tonight.
Right.
Got to hand it to Reedy. They did a great job.
Reedy had a nice game plan. They knew some of the weaknesses of the Cougars, but I still thought the Cougars fought and played really, really well tonight.
Yep. So we'll see you next week. And tough night for the Colony Cougars here in Frisco, Texas, against the Reedy Lions, who, man for man, probably outweighed them. I don't know, in the front line. What do you guess, Garnett? 50 pounds a dude?
Man, they have some beef up front, I do tell you.
Yeah. So another reminder, next Friday night at Tommy Briggs Stadium in the Colony, Texas. Look to see you there. Support your Cougars. Big game against Byron Nelson. And our last non-district game before they go into district play. So look to see you at the Tommy Briggs Stadium. And that'll wrap it up here from the Ford Center in Frisco, Texas. I'm Jeff Green with Garnett Powell. Thanks for joining us here tonight with Cougar Football, live streaming on tchsradio.com. Here with Wes Bledsoe as our producer, J.R. Anguiano, and Kevin Kimball. And we'll see you next week.